The sky was burning. The clouds red with twisted fire. Lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything. Like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil. Like a fire vortex.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to some more SGL action. We are in week 9 of season 8, and my name is Luis, and I am joined by the one and only Toad. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, yeah, no, it's good to be here. I mean, we have a pretty exciting lineup. A triple header. I mean, that doesn't happen terribly often in SGL, but we got a treat tonight for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 3 games lined up for you guys tonight, so make sure you grab a beverage and some food and just enjoy the plethora of SGL action we have tonight. And our first game of the triple header is going to be Los Verdes from Austin FC and the Locals from a no longer available club, unfortunately, in the Loyal.
Yeah,
But
just the
yeah,
memory. Yeah,
yeah, just the memory. I think they're going to end up turning into a SDFC SG,
I
but
would
we,
assume, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's bad blood. You never know.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, RIP the Loyal, we miss them. But yeah, we got a big game. The Locals, one of the top teams in the league, and I think Los Verdes basically have to win out and get help. And so some very important games for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt you've got our very own EC Blue playing a really important game second against Rebellion. A lot of implications, as we like to throw around here. And then maybe the most exciting game of the bunch we saved for last, which is going to be Timber's Army on the cusp of being knocked out by who else other than Cauldron, who is on the outside looking in for now. So that game has, again, implications.
Yes, as we get to the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, it feels like every game has implications. We'll keep using that word
Yeah.
through. Basically, all of these games for a lot of teams are essentially playoff-ish type atmospheres because some teams are really battling for that last spot, and some teams are working to make their way to that top two for a first-round bye in this year's playoff. So again, a lot of implications in these games. So really looking forward to all of the games tonight. And yeah, I would agree with you, Toad. That last game that we're gonna have on stream, TA versus KC, that's gonna be for me the cream of the crop tonight.
I think everyone's excited for that, but don't leave us, right? We're coming up with 2 games before that, 2 series, mind you. All of these are big. I'm not really expecting any sweeps. The only one that I think might be one-sided is Los Verdes and the locals. I think the locals could take it in 3 and just, move on. We'll just shuffle right along. But if Los Verdes, headed up by Palace, show up big today, then I'm thinking every game is going to be exciting, close, nail-biting, gritty, you could say. And the implications are out there for sure.
Yeah, and word on the SGL streets is that Los Verdes will be seeing a debutant, somebody that was acquired in the mid-season transfer market in the opening we had. And so, yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what Los Verdes looks like with a SGL debutant. And, yeah, again, Palace as well. Kind of interested to see how they play against one of the better teams in SGL, who I assume will be putting out their main starting 3 of KJ, Doughboy, Meki Ducky, and Dr. Aquatic. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they get on with their new lineup.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I always wonder if Cheeky's going to come back in. I know he played 1 series, I think, has topped my ratings, and then just promptly went off to do dishes or whatever he's been doing for the rest of the time. It takes me that long to do dishes. And I don't know, we haven't seen him again. So he's just floating there like the top of the standings. It's driving me mad.
Yeah, Casey's interesting because obviously they're the defending champions. They've had a bit of a rough season, but they control their own destiny in terms of getting into the playoffs. And so you would think that they would hopefully schedule games around their best players being available. So hopefully Casey has the before mentioned Cheeky Prophet. Always love to see him on the field. One of the more talented players that we do have in SGL. And yeah, I guess we can go ahead and move on over to. Do you want to bring up the standings? Because we've already had one game this week, and we can go ahead and look on over at the standings and see what the implications of that one game was. And that one game I'm referring to is El Matador versus Steel Army, where Steel Army came away with a sweep of El Matador. So big result for them as they look to engage in that battle for that 6th spot. But yeah, what stands out to you, Toad?
Yeah, I mean, to touch on Steel Army, they've got back-to-back sweeps. I know they faced off against Defiance. That was kind of like a bottom of the bottom, right? And Steel Army really showed their mettle and are climbing up a little bit. I know they had that next matchup against El Matador. I was predicting EM to take that one solidly, but they threw out a slightly weaker lineup than I was expecting. And Steel Army pounced. Oh my word, did they pounce on that lineup? It was insane. I got to see that one live. Or no, sorry, I didn't get to see it live, so you didn't see me in there chatting like crazy. But I'm super excited to see how Steel Army gets on. But that's in the past. We got to focus ahead. And what's ahead is the locals at the very top of the standings. They're hanging out, and the locals are going to play a team all the way down in 10th. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to say a 3-0 sweep is probably going to be on the horizon. But every other game I'm expecting is going to be wildly entertaining, wildly close. And if you really like sweeps, then I think it's going to be entertaining either way.
Yeah, and math is not my strong suit, but it looks to me that if Los Verdes wants to have any chance of getting into the playoffs, they basically have to win out here and then hope that like the other team's results fall in their favor. So hopefully, for the sake of our first game, there is not a sweep. Always like seeing more games on stream and less of those sweeps. Those sweeps are kind of boring for everyone involved, I'd say. Unless you're winning them, sweeps are quite fun. But yeah, these are the current standings as we go into the rest of the games in Week 9. We can go ahead and pull up some stats for you guys. Take a look at those. And yeah, here are the stats. Again, as we spoke about in last night's broadcast, there's going to be a couple of players on these top 5 stats that, in terms of points per game, that maybe haven't had too many series played. The ones that come to mind are probably Cheeky Prophet and Thorngold in the points per game department. But yeah, overall, I mean, what are you looking at with these stats here, Toad Death?
I mean, I would be blind if I didn't point out that Monkey, Mecky, Ducky, whatever he wants to go by, is topping so many of these charts. I called it out, not to toot my own horn, but I called this one out. Week 1, I got to see him play, and I said Mecky Ducky has to be this season's MVP, and he has not let me down. Top in total points, top in points per game, top in total goals, and top in goals per game. This guy is getting it done on the offensive side. And he's no defensive slouch either, though he isn't showing up here. But if you have this much of a power player going forward, then your team just has to hold it together in defense. And they do. They absolutely do, the rest of this cohort there. And he gets it done. So that's my guy to watch. Mecky Ducky. Of course it is.
Yeah, and Mecky Ducky will be in this first series for you guys on stream. He is currently the front runner for MVP, and he's been balling, man. Been balling. So good to see not only the eye test with what we see on Mecky Ducky in the field. Not only do we see that, but it's translating on over to the stats as well. So yeah, Mecky's been really great. And then on the other end for Los Verdes in these top 5 stats, you do see Palace chipping in there on the total saves and the saves per game. So when you are a team towards the bottom of the half of the table, you're typically going to be featured on some of the defensive stats because you're kind of always on defense. But yeah, Palace kind of going to be the standout player for Los Verdes, and he actually does feature in total points. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was going to say, so he's not just a defensive player. I mean, I think like you basically laid it out. A team that's on the back foot's going to be making a lot of saves, but not only does he make those saves, he is getting forward and getting the points, because you can't just get points from saves and make it on this list. You got to get it done on both sides of the ball for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to exempt him from that total points mention. He's been tremendous for Los Verdes. They're catalysts, and if they want any chance of causing an upset tonight, Palace is going to be going to have to be that guy for them and really overperform to a certain extent. So yeah, these are the top 5 stats going into tonight's set of games. Is there anything in particular that you want to kind of mention, Toad Death, about tonight, or about SGL, or any other directions you want to take this?
Well, so I actually wanted to look at Palace's total saves there at the bottom right. He's sitting at 42, and I'm going to predict before the night is over, he's going to be number 1 on total saves and saves per game. No doubt about it. Mecky Ducky is going to retain his points per game, goals per game, all that goodness. So if I'm just going to stick with game 1, those are the players to watch. You've got Mecky Ducky on offense and Palace on defense. If Palace comes up with some huge saves, some crazy defense, we could see a massive upset. But man, I don't know. That just feels tough at this point. That would really be an upset in my mind. I'm not sure I see that one happening, but that's kind of my ones to watch. So we got Mecky Ducky for locals, and we've got Palace for the greens.
Yeah, the greens, yes. I do want to shout out people in chat. Appreciate y'all being here as we do approach kickoff here in 9-ish minutes. Bear Blitz, Maz, thank you for running the stream as well. Patrol. We got some first timers in chat. Luigi. We got Fano Fancy Pants. Welcome to the stream.
Is that
we
Super
got
Meat Boy in there?
Super Meat Boy. It might be Super Meat Boy. Triple C's in the chat. Arglass, our resident referee expert, is in chat. Captain Yef as well from KC is in chat. Welcome everybody. You wanna? I guess we can do some predictions. Chat, if you wanna predict this game, drop your numbers in chat. I'm kind of curious for this first game of the locals versus Los Verdes. I'll just give mine. It's a hot take. I think the locals are going to win this series. Yeah,
Oh.
very hot take. I'll go 3-0. Again, more hot take stuff. But I will say though, I'm curious to see how Los Verdes play with this brand new lineup that we have never seen before. So maybe the new guy is like a beast, and if he's a beast, that's going to give Palace another player to kind of play at sort of his level. So, yep, I'm gonna go 3-0 to the locals. What say you, Toda?
No, that's a good point. I don't know. I don't even know the new player's name. He's like the stuff of legend. He's just seeping into our league. I don't even. It's like the mist. But so I'm excited to get to see how he gets on. If he is good, right, and that can come from a lot of different things: offense, defense, building into the attack. However, if he fits well into the squad, then I'm gonna go. I'll say it goes all the way to 5. I love new blood and what they bring to a side. I think it just raises the level for everybody because you can't look bad in front of somebody new. You got to try your hardest, right? Palace is gonna try to show off. So if this new guy fits in well, I'm gonna say game 5. But I'm gonna say locals still take it.
All right. Well, hey, if we get a game 5 here, I think that's going to be a W for at least the Los Verdes is mental, because that's going to be quite an upset given where they're at. And speaking of predictions, we do have all 3 of ours, and by 3 I do mean Maz as well, the person who's running the stream. My prediction with Toad Deaths is pretty much similar, except for the Timbers Army one. I just gave them one more game, and then we both failed my team's prediction because, admittedly, for somebody who runs my team, I had no idea who was playing either. So if I would have predicted that the Couve Overtime Saint were playing, then I might have gone a different direction in the predictions. But yeah, so far I don't really think. I think I'm in a good place for the other 4 games, Toad. You think we'll be good in the other 4 games or the other 4 games?
I think so. I mean, one that kind of is looking a bit weird to me could be Rebellion Emerald City Blue. If Blue is on and working well, I could see that one flipping. But if Rebellion kind of get back to the winning ways that they had been going, like solidly strong for so long, then yeah, I think they kind of coast. But maybe their confidence is knocked. So I could see EC Blue kind of sneaking in on that one. But I don't really know. I think all the rest of them are pretty safe. I think they're pretty safe. I like KC Cauldron to win over Timbers Army. I had that one only go into 4 games. Game 5 just seems like an elusive unicorn at this point. We're just hammering these things out in like 3 or 4 games, and game 5 is like a rare treat. So I just don't think it's going to happen this time.
Yeah, it feels like, I know we had a couple game 5s like in the first couple of weeks, but yeah, it feels like it's been a while since we've had a game 5, or at least that I can remember. So hopefully we do get some game 5s here this stream. That would be really fun to see. And then yeah, I think the EC Blue shout's kind of interesting. I'm actually kind of with you. If like EC Blue peaks and Christmas and Huskies are like peaking, like the Rebellion coming off of a getting swept. I know they didn't have Polar in that series against EM last week,
which is big. That's such a good point.
Yeah, but EC Blue's got like sneaky potential to like upset one of the quote unquote top 6 teams or whatever you want to describe the Rebellion as. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the Rebellion rebound from having I think their first loss in like 5 game weeks or 6 game weeks, something like that. So yeah, looking forward to that game as well. I think that's the only game that we do. Oh no, they are playing tonight. I am so sorry. I'm spreading misinformation. But yeah,
Yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. So just to recap mine, I'm gonna say locals in 3, unless the new guy is lights out, and I'm gonna say locals take it in 5. I've got rebellion. I have it in 4, so rebellion take it 3-1. I'm still gonna stick with that. I think it might be a bit of hopium to think ECB takes it, but and then the last one I'm gonna say KC takes it over TA. I'm gonna say pretty comfortably with maybe like one hiccup.
And yeah, well, hopefully all I ask as a commentator and as a viewer is we get good games. So if we get good games, I'm gonna be thrilled tonight. No
Yeah.
more sweeps. Can we do no more sweeps, guys? That's like all I
Honestly,
ask.
like
No more
if you're
sweeps.
going that way, throw. Absolutely throw it.
Yes.
Do it for the content. Trust me, it's worth it.
Absolutely, do it for the content on here on Supporters Gaming League Twitch channel. Alrighty, we should be just about there. Let's I'm gonna double check the lobby, see if we got everybody in here. We still don't have either team, and I think I invited you, Toad Death. And you can
Yeah,
just
let me
join
hop in there.
the private party for me. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I don't even remember the last time we had a triple header on stream. It has this happened before? I feel like it's happened before, but I don't even know if
I
it's
remember it
happened
happening like once.
once. Okay.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's been 84 years.
it's been 84 years. Yeah. It's been back when Blind was born. He was
Yeah. Oh my
yeah, yeah.
gosh. Remember that guy?
Back when Brian was born. We have some Los Verdes first time fans in the chat. I do want to shout them out. JCM, welcome. I think the Luigi and Fano Fancy Pants as well are some Austinites tuning in tonight. As your resident FC Dallas fan on the commentary booth, I welcome you guys in. Yeah, we are about 1 minute away from kickoff. We do have one team in the lobby. We have the locals of San Diego. They are in the lobby. We are currently waiting on the team from I think it's the 512. I hope I'm not doing a disservice to the area code of Austin, but I think the 512. We are waiting for them, and then we will begin our first series of the stream.
Yeah, Arglis kind of calling out Palace, saying that he's always late, which is true. You know, is it so wrong to speak the truth these days? So shout out to Arglis for spitting straight facts. We've got Luigi in here, riding the hopium. I feel you, man. Los Verdes 3-2. If that's not hopium, I don't know what is. But hey, I'm hoping for a game 5. Honestly, either way, it doesn't bother me. I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah, and the vibes so far in chat have been awesome. We always love, as commentators, as people running the stream, to see other human beings in the Twitch chat talking to us. So we're not all just alone waffling to ourselves. So really appreciate the chat feedback so far.
Yeah,
Billy?
and if you're ever wondering, like, should I say this? Should I not? Just put it in there, and at that point, it's Maz's problem to mod. So, but it's you miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, always welcome any sort of waffle into the Twitch chat. As we do see another first-time chatter, Billy Flowers Booty. Welcome to the chat. Pook, if that's actually you, it's good to see you, man. I hope you're watching the Mavs game. Saw Luka hit that nasty step back and talk some shit, but good to see you in chat. And yeah. Oh, also we have Bear Blitz, another blind dinosaur. Really appreciate you staying up past your bedtime to catch us here on the SGL channel.
That's crazy.
It is late. It is late for those of his age bracket. Above 30 years old. The old guys.
Advanced, you could say. Yeah.
Yeah. And oh my God, Toe Death. We have 2 teams in the lobby, which I think is a good thing. I think that means that we're gonna start.
So. Yeah. I mean, Palace is here, and he was called out for being late. But 1 minute's not too bad. So, you know what? If we can consistently expect him to be 1 minute late, I'll adjust.
Yeah, oh, Palace. Yes, Palace is here, and we have people joining the lobby. By people I mean one who has just now left the lobby. But we should be getting started any moment now. I don't know why Wayne Gretzky or Michael Scott is in our Twitch chat, but that is an interesting comment, Bear Bullets.
I'm excited to have him. You know, I won't say no.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, Michael Scott and Wayne Gretzky. Welcome.
Somebody got
Just-
booted out of the lobby. I think. Does that mean no spectators? Is that a new rule? I heard that. I heard there was a rumor. There's a new rule. No fourth man in the lobby.
Yeah, no boost goblins in the lobby. We don't, for the sake of integrity of the game, Toad Death, we don't want to have spectators telling the other team what the other team's boost totals are. And speaking of players, I think they are joining the lobby. So
I think we're in.
Started. Yeah. Alrighty, Toad Death. Both teams are in the lobby, and here we go. Game 1, Los Verdes versus the Locals, and yeah, we have our brand new debutant Ed Vargas T for Los Verdes. So welcome, Ed, and yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I'm excited. Does that mean Davino has been in this league the whole time?
I think that's Devin, and as we see,
Yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Listen, SGL, we are a league of many names. Players are changing their names.
It kills
every
me.
week. Yeah. So yeah, good to know that is Devin, folks. If you are in Twitch chat wondering who the hell is that guy, that's Devin, the guy who's been on LV the entire season. But yeah, we see Mecky Ducky in the Batmobile, his preferred car, Toad Death, and wow, he just cooked all of LV, and Dr. Aquatic is on the board.
Davino got taken for a ride. Palace jumping at shadows, and the Dr. Aquatic mechanical duck. A little alternate name change. We just cannot seem to settle down into a name. It looks like.
Yeah, and speaking about other names, we do have Palace rocking the Fun Haver. So far, LV not having too much of it, as the Locals are stomping their authority on this match. Sorry, English. ESL student here, I do apologize. But yeah, so far Locals looking really good, and let's see if LV can respond.
Looks like the mechanical duck. I can't get used to that name. It looks like Mecky Ducky's found a little bit of space on that far side and kind of just let the play just kind of fizzle out on his own, rather than maybe going for something a bit risky.
Yeah, Mecky Ducky, it feels like in any series, he just kind of adapts to what he needs to do for his team, and he almost had another assist there as we see Dr. Aquatic get his second goal of the game. Mecky Ducky kind of unlucky to not see a statistical number for his involvement in that play, but great shot by Dr. Aquatic, and yeah, it's 2-0 to the San Diego boys.
Yeah, I mean, don't give him any clues. He might go to Unlucky Ducky for next week, so no more ideas. Davino! Oh my gosh, gets a kickoff goal. Finally, the Greens play their way into game 1.
Yeah, the Greens indeed play their way into this game. Yeah, good kickoff goal and great cheat from Devin. And yeah, the sort of response that you want after going down 2 goals. So good to see Devin get on the board there. And I think Ed with his first assist ever in SGL. So congratulations to him.
Claps all around for Ed. I'm like mid trying to look up his rank right now. I got to figure out what I need to expect. As Mecky Ducky climbs and scores, if he's going up in the air, you got to watch out because he makes it more than he misses. And he's clinical. Good gracious. You cannot whiff when Mecky Ducky's right there.
Yeah, and if you're Palace, the best player on your team there, it's a rough one to miss. You know, he will expect better of himself on that sort of clearance, but Mecky Ducky's all over a mistake. And if you are going to have a mistake against the Locals, the MVP of SGL is going to put you away. And Mecky Ducky is on the score sheet there. Another kind of wild attempt there of an aerial from Palace, but I'm liking the setup here from Devin. Honestly, you mentioned the rank of the new player. I think so far, even though there's been a lot of goals for the Locals, I think Los Verdes are playing a little bit better than they normally do so far.
I think so. I like the way they've been loading in. Hey, I think I found him. I think I found Ed.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there you go. I'm doing a little bit of
what's
snooping.
the T? What's the T on the rank there?
Okay, the T is he's a Diamond 1, in 2s and a plat 1 in 3s. Hello?
Oh, there you go.
What's going on, Ed? Plat 3?
Listen, the 3's ranked game mode is garbage. I do appreciate the 2's there, but man, David Palace, Doxing, is getting back into his flow. He's had a couple of really good solo plays here, as we do see Ed here on the attack. Love the 50. This should be a shot, but no one there for Los Verdes. And yeah, I'm kind of liking where LV's at. For the locals, they're still pretty comfortable, but I think Los Verdes is playing better than I've seen against one of the premier teams in SGL.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're just kind of getting warmed up. The locals are taking their time, working into the attack. They gave up a bit of a soft kickoff goal that they're going to want back. But other than that, I think it's been basically one-way traffic. They look comfortable, but they're not firing on all cylinders, I would say.
Yeah, so far, locals just kind of playing in cruise control at the moment. They don't really need to exert any more than they've had to already in this game 1. We do know that the locals do have an extra level if they do need to go there. As we do see Dr. Aquatic upper 90. Man, Dr. Aquatic has come out with his shooting boots. That's Dr. Aquatic with his 3rd goal of game number 1, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, that was such a nice angle we got to see live. Just straight down the middle of the map, the ball just like cannonballing off his car, aimed straight for that upper V's. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Dr. Aquatic, another one of our players rocking a non-octane Fennec. Always shout those out. Good to see a Skyline. I think we have a couple Skylines in the league, so good to see those people who aren't boring like myself and use only 2 cars in the game. And is this just going to go straight in? No, it's not. Dr. Aquatic is back. But yeah, Dr. Aquatic is off to a brilliant start here in game 1.
Yeah, I know earlier on in the season, and that's some really good cover from our resident fun haver. But I know earlier on in the season, I was kind of hard on Dr. Aquatic. I thought he could give a little bit more. And man, has he kind of ratcheted up his game. He's up there with Mecky Ducky getting it done. And then not to leave out Doughboy. He's not just a bumper demo guy. He is... okay, well, he's mainly the bump and demo guy. But he does other stuff too.
Yeah, he's one of the premier bumpers and demoers in the league, but yeah, he does other things too. And as we see the clock wind down here on LV's game number 1, and that should do it. The locals take game 1 in a pretty convincing fashion, it must be said, Toe Death. But again, I don't think LV played too bad. They're just playing against the number 1 team in the league right now, and it showed.
Yeah, I mean, selfishly, right now, I think win percentage is what's leaving my team behind in the dust. We're tied on win percentage, and locals are the only team to have beat ECRC this season. So selfishly, right, I gotta root for the greens to get my squad up top, but I don't really see it happening. I think the locals are too good to let this sweep kind of slip through their fingers, since they know how important win percentage is at the moment.
Yeah, right now, as you did see in the standings before this game started, there is literally an identical tie at the top between ECRC and the locals, and it comes down to that head-to-head. So if you are an ECRC fan and/or player and/or management, you do want to see the locals lose the game here. But yeah, if you're the locals, you keep doing what you're doing. And to retain that number 1 spot. So I'm interested to see if Los Verdes go to the same lineup. I know they had a Trigga, who was one of their other players, join the lobby.
Yeah, I like Trigga. I do wonder if we'll get to see him this series.
Yeah, and so far they are going to be sticking with the same lineup. And here we go, game 2, in what is probably a must-win for Los Verdes. And I did want to point out as well, as you see, Dr. Aquatic wastes 0 time getting back on the score sheet. That's 4 goals in basically 1 game worth of minutes. So Dr. Aquatic off to a fantastic start. And I did want to, before I cut myself off there, Palace had the lowest amount of points on his team. And if you're the Los Verdes, you really don't want to be seeing that. So I look for Palace to have a better game here in game 2 if Los Verdes want to get back in the series.
Yeah, and he's still tied with 0 points, so that's really disappointing that he can't get points even in game 2.
Yeah, as we see a double commit out of Los Verdes there. I kind of respect that pass from Ed Vargas to
Good demo, though.
Evan, and oh, there's Palace doing one of the other things he really likes doing. And speaking about doing really good things, KJ Doughboy putting it in 2-0. The palm trees are out. Dr. Aquatic again on the stat sheet with another assist there, and my goodness, this is a pretty easy rolling for the locals.
I mean, was that not like an incredibly intelligent play from Dr. Aquatic? He knew that he didn't have enough time, enough boost to kind of get around the rest of the defense there, so he just threw. Oh my gosh, Mecky Ducky, I gotta finish. Jeez. He threw it off the sidewall and let Doughboy, our resident bump and demo and aerial finisher, come in for the score. And then Mecky Ducky, of course, gets goals. We don't care about that.
I was going to say, we haven't really seen too much of Mecky Ducky so far in this series, and if they're winning and you're not seeing much of Mecky Ducky, then like it's probably going pretty well for the locals, and that was a crazy finish, and I feel like that was only the finish that you would see on like a Dominus. Like I don't think an Octane is getting that elevation on a very shallow ball. So yeah, great play from Mecky Ducky, and man, if you're LV, man, probably the worst possible start you could have. I'm really interested to see how their mental is after taking 3 uppercuts here. Let's see if they can get back into the game here. And yeah, all it takes is 1 goal, and let's see if they can get it.
Yeah, I mean, any team with Palace on it is probably going to have some interesting mentals, you could say.
That's the polite way of putting it, the PR way, yeah.
The PR way, yeah. Palace versus Ducky. I think Palace won that, even though they're instantly on the counterattack here.
Yeah, we saw almost like a triple commit out of Los Verdes there, a very ultra offense, and if it's not going in the net, we see a fantastic shot from Palace, a hook shot that's got to be. It's only 52 miles an hour. I think the crossbar took a bit off of that, but yeah, fantastic shot from Palace, and still 3 minutes. We haven't even played half of the game yet, so a good response so far from LV.
I liked the pass from Ed as well. It was again kind of intelligent Rocket League, as this one goes well wide, where he just places it in a way that Palace has dibs on wherever that ball is going. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We're giving Dr. Aquatic time and space, and he makes them pay.
I thought KJ Doughboy was going to continue there. He had boost for the double, but he said, "Nah, I'm going to give it to Dr. Aquatic," as he scores just another goal for his team. And Dr. Aquatic is clearly the best player on the field so far in these first 2 games. And wow, what a response. Just when you thought that LV Toad might have a little bit of a chance after a great goal from Palace, Dr. Aquatic down the other end, and 4-1.
Yeah, I think what happened with Doughboy was he was probably saving his boost for another demo run.
Yeah, he. I feel like most players would see, "Oh my god, a double tap attempt," and he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna do more like team sort of things and bumps and that sort of thing." And that's just kind of KJ's style, and it works really good for him.
He's playing the long game. I mean, I'm joking around, of course, but when he has really, really quality teammates like this, I think it's okay to just conserve your boost if you're not confident, as looks like Divino is going to take a nice, neat open net. Bit of a breakdown. I'm not sure who it is on defense who just whiffs completely. Was that Doughboy?
I think it was Doughboy, and we've all played Rocket League, hopefully, if you're watching the stream, and you know that those corner bounces are like super hard to read, and this game's even so dumb where actually there are certain maps in this game that have different corners, and they still have not patched that. So tough read from Doughboy, but again, way to go, Los Verdes, to be there on the mistake. And wow, Mecky Ducky again down the field, a little bit too high on the flick there, but 2 minutes left, Toad Death, and so if you're LV, man, you still got plenty of chances to get back in the game.
I mean, it's a little under 2 minutes. That's plenty of time for 2 goals, but then you got to start looking to game 3. Can you do well in that game? It does all start here in game 2. Palace might have an opportunity down off the bar. Maybe that's the smarter decision. The angle is tough. as Meki Ducky roofs it from a pass from none other than Dr. Aquatic. Their connection is kind of electric, honestly.
Yeah, they're cooking right now, but man, this whole play started with a double commit out of Los Verdes. 2 players went for the aerial ball. None of them got a good contact on it. And when you double commit in this game, in a threes game mode, there's more than a good chance that that ball is going back down the other end and ending up in your net. And yes, that was really clinical there. And again, the locals, teams like ECRC, Black Army, EM, etc., when their top lineups are playing and you make a mistake, you got to be aware of being punished, and that's what happened there. And yeah, it feels like there's I don't have a good feeling here for LV in getting a game here.
Yeah, I think Palace might need to change his tag away from Funhaver. Losing to me, worst part of this game, and probably to the rest of everybody else who's ever played anything competitive ever. Now he's having fun. Palace finds his way into the back of the net off a Divino pass. He's back into it.
Yeah, great near post finish from David there. I keep saying David. I do apologize. His name is Palace.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Who's David? No, but yeah, great finish. And yeah, if you're LV, you got 30 seconds. You're gonna need a goal here soon if you do want to get that 5th and decisive tying goal. But Dr. Aquatic here looking very comfortable on the ball, and the locals are gonna look to put this on ice.
Solid play from Palace. He's going to have to do so many more of those little things and get them all right if he wants his team to have any chance here.
Yeah, and we do see the clock ticking down here. Meki Ducky ices the play there. Knows he has no boost. I'll just go back, and there we go. Game number 2 going to the locals, 5-3. LV did try to put on a comeback at the end of the game there, but it was too little, too late. And yeah, the locals are just they're just doing the locals things. And Palace had a way better game there for Los Verdes, and I thought that kind of showed in the final result. But yeah, all in all, shots in favor of the locals, saves in favor of Los Verdes. And typically, when you're winning the shots game, you're gonna have a really good chance of winning the series. And yeah, that's what the locals are doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to glaze the locals too hard, even if they might deserve it, but 3 goals for Los Verdes is more than I would have expected, as we might see a substitution, Trigga joining the lobby. But 5-3 is probably closer than the locals want. Maybe heading into game 3, a bit more luck could go the Greens' way, and they find themselves on the other side of a result like that. But, I mean, it doesn't look likely, right? The locals look like the stronger team, and it's a bit of hopium copium. But genuinely, they only lost by 2 goals in an 8-goal game.
Yeah, and when you are the 10th place team playing the first place team, to only lose a game by 2 goals is actually really good, and an improvement. You never want to say that, it's always hard to say to a team when they're losing, like, hey, you're doing really well. But I think they genuinely are playing better than they have in other games. And we do see that before-mentioned Trigga joining the game for Ed Vargas. So good to see him in the LV lineup. And let's see, Toadef, let's see if he can bring a little bit of a spark and reignite a comeback here.
Yeah, I mean, that might have been the last we see of Ed tonight, so I want to shout him out. I thought it was a really good introduction to the league. He showed well. It's not an easy way to enter into the league to play the #1 team. So I thought he did okay. Showed no fear, took on the challenges he needed to. But obviously the results didn't go his way. But yeah, big warm welcome to Ed, and hope to see more of him in the coming weeks. Maybe the playoffs? Who knows? Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe, as we do see a shot from Palace go just a little bit wide. And yeah, again, congratulations to him. I think he had an assist, and I don't remember if he scored his first SGL goal. I think he might have. But yeah, good overall debut for him. So if you are in chat listening, good stuff from you. As we do see Meki Ducky with the shot and Devin with the save. Yeah, let's see what Trigga can bring to the lineup. And so far, Los Verdes haven't conceded in a minute, Toad Death, which is, I think it's an improvement.
I think Did they concede 3 in a minute? It was something crazy like that.
Yeah, I think in game 2, they were down 3-0 with 4 minutes on the clock. So yeah, improvement to say the least. And Devin with a great center ball, that has to be a goal. Yeah, that has to be a goal there. It feels like if you're LV with a great solo play and out of Devin, and yeah, kind of another double commit in the mid there for Los Verdes. But Devin showing some really good offensive play here, and yeah, you gotta like that if you're LV.
Trigga maybe overcommitting more than he wants. Devin gets the save off a Meki Ducky demo run attempt. So that was well played to not only avoid the bump, but get that crucial save.
Yeah, man, when I saw Meki Ducky leave the ball and go for the demo, I thought that was going to be the end of it for them.
Ooh.
And man, this might be the end of it for LV in this series, as Meki Ducky, the mechanical duck, is on the board. Great little solo play, no boost in net for the LV defenders. And yeah, 1-0 to the locals after a pretty promising start for Los Verdes.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to leave Trigga back with probably about 10-15 boosts to make a fairly difficult save. That kind of all starts from Palace hitting a weaker clearance than I'm sure he wanted, but he also had 0 boosts to hit that clearance. So what do you want? Your boost starved back there against a really good team. I don't know how you could really play that one too differently other than just hitting it in maybe some more awkward areas and trying to get boosts, but the boost battle is kind of a one-way traffic right now.
Yeah, and Bomba Clat with the attempted shot there. We do have a name change from Palace mid-series, so maybe a little bit of an aura or a voodoo thing, trying to summon some good demons for LV. But yeah, I mean, 2 minutes to go here. They're only down 1 goal. I think they've played a lot better, but still, they need a lot more in the offensive half as they're getting pelted in net. Toe death, but wow, great save from Trigga. They've been really good so far, Toe death, since they've entered the field, and ooh, that's going to be unfortunate. KJ on the board, 2-0.
Yeah, we were just hyping up Trigga. He makes a run. Maybe he was trying to shake off Doughboy and throw him off his game. A bit of a toothless pass, and then he turns out for the midfield. And in the end, it kind of seemed like nobody was guarding net, and he just had a nice open shot.
Yeah, we saw 2 whiffs there, one from Palace, one from Devin. And again, you don't make mistakes against the locals. You will be punished if you do. And man, it's got to feel really bad if you're the Austin boys. You've played your best game of the series so far, and you've conceded two rather soft goals. The first goal was a good play by Meki Ducky, but the second goal you would think you would do a lot better there. So, man, they're getting, I don't know if you've noticed this, Toe Death, but they're getting stuck on defense, like very little boost. It seems like the locals doing a really good job of taking all the boosts.
Yeah, I know I like to compile these stats at the end of each series, so I'm curious to see how the boost battle and demo battle are going to shake out, because to me, just to highlight a nice save from Palace. And a double save, yes sir! Off the crossbar. I'm holding my breath as Meki Ducky. You've got Meki Ducky playing third man. Yeah, you're in trouble. Good grief.
Yeah, and I do want to say we did see a Rule 1 being broken by Trigga there, so a little bit of the Rocket League god karma coming back to haunt LV there, but Meki Ducky on the board, like you said, playing third man, which is, you really don't really see that from him in many LV series, and so that just kind of shows you that the locals are pretty confident where they're at right now, and they're in no rush to get anywhere. And as I say that, Dr. Aquatic gets on the score sheet here, 4-0. And yeah, things are unfortunately for the Austin folks unraveling here in Game 3.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. I think it's kind of about stemming the bleeding. Let's not let it get embarrassing, right? So put one on the board. 4-1 looks decent, right? So let's get one on the board, keep it at 4-1, and then get out of here. That's got to be the goal. As Davino, maybe he's hearing me, or maybe he just wanted to play Rocket League.
Yeah, and I honestly think Devin's played pretty well this series, despite the result. I think he's been arguably their best player, Los Verdes' best player so far this series. So good for Devin to get a consolation goal. And yeah, it's always good to see one go in the back of the net during a rough series. Bombaclat does have time here. This is a chance for Los Verdes, but oh, what a read! What a read from KJ. It might look easy on the stream, but that's a very difficult read, and that's probably just about it for Los Verdes.
Oh my, Dr. Aquatic with a nice pass coming from Doughboy. I almost want to highlight Doughboy. He's really, really been showing himself well tonight, getting it done on offense, defense, and right here on the assist.
Yeah, I think in your ratings, Toad Death, I think Dr. Aquatic is going to feature quite highly on that. He's filling the stat sheet, man. As he's been filling that goal with his really good offensive play. As we do have 10 seconds here left. Trigga is on the scoreboard. KJ just a make-a-wish goal at the end. I do like the sportsmanship there from KJ. But yeah, Trigga on the score sheet.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to watch the scoreboard and see. If it is 7-0, there is a very high likelihood that we're letting one in, right? It's just sportsmanship at this point. I don't know how this came about, but Brazil's ever so popular. But you never see that at 1-5 as the ball finally touches grass like some of the rest of us should, and locals take it pretty comfortably 3-0.
Yeah, very comfortable series from the locals. They do sweep and remain atop the SGL standings. And yeah, congratulations to the locals. And if you're Los Verdes, you had a debutant in the series in Ed, so congratulations to him. And I think they played relatively decent against, again, one of the premier teams in SGL. So hold your head up. As I do, I think I have also a little bit more bad news. I do think that officially knocks them out of the playoff contention for Season 8, so no Los Verdes in the playoffs after what was a very promising start for them. And yeah, so good to see Devin play better, and good to see Ed as well, debutant in SGL.
Yeah, I mean, what a tough introduction for Ed, right? You're coming into a squad that needs the help, needs the wins, doesn't get it here. I mean, of course, right? It's the locals. They were always coming in as the underdogs, so it's not really a big shocker or surprise. But now for the rest of the next 2 weeks, we're just gonna play it out and kind of hang out. That's got to be a tough one for Ed. I know in the comments here we got Fancy Pants. He says bring ED back. I promise. ED's coming. It's coming for us all.
Yeah, bring back Ed indeed. I thought Ed was tremendous. I really appreciate you being here, Fancy Pants, an Ed fan, and I thought Ed did play very well. Yeah, so that's going to do it for our first game of the stream. I personally am not scheduled for the next game. We do have another commentator coming in. Hopefully he is here. If he is not, then I guess I will stay around. That game should be starting here very, very soon. So I appreciate everyone's patience. And a reminder, the next game is going to be the Rebellion of the New England Revolution versus Emerald City Blue of the Seattle Sounders. So that will be game number 2 of our triple header. Toad, if I do leave, it was fun casting the locals. And if I do stay, hello again.
Yeah. Hey, it's been fun either way. I think game 1 was fun, right? I hope everybody in the chat had fun. Sweeps can, they bring out the best in us. They bring out the worst in us. Sometimes they're not the most entertaining, but I hope you had fun with our Yap Sesh as the locals kind of take care of business on an LV team that needed a win. It didn't happen, but either way, it's got to be fun, right?
Yeah, of course. And yes, no interviews, guys, until after the games, because we are 1 minute behind, unfortunately, from when this next game is supposed to be scheduled. And let me go ahead and join the lobby just in case. Corn Dog, if you are in the stream, you can go ahead and join the commentary channel if you are going to announce the next game, and I will get out of your way.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he lurking? Is he around us? Is Corn Dog in the room with us?
Is he? He might be. He actually just might be.
He could be. It looks like we have ECB. Our Emerald City Blue is in the lobby, ready to go. Maybe their fingers are getting cold. I know this is some inside baseball, some inside Rocket League. Smashly does not like to join the lobby on time because his fingers gets cold. They get cold, and he thinks he gets worse. That's not true. I promise, he does not get any worse.
Listen, to back up Smashly's point of view, there should be like a free play within a private lobby. Okay, you should literally be able to just free play, and then when people are in the lobby, just play. Because hey, I'm gonna back up Smashly there. Like sometimes you're just like itching to play, and the more you wait in the lobby.
Smashly, what are you doing?
No, like it's true. Like like if you're itching to play, sometimes like I don't know. For me, I'll be sitting in the private lobby, and I'll be like, wait, do I remember how to play the game again? What is it? It's A to jump or X? Like I literally like have to start double guessing myself on a game that I've played forever while we wait for certain games in league play.
Yeah, Smashly is in chat right now on his alt. Yeah, just get on your normal one, Smash. Come on. Nobody knows who Cascadia RL is.
Oh yeah. Welcome Cascadia RL. Also welcome Overtime Saint. Appreciate both of y'all joining. See some new names in the Twitch chat. But oh my God, we're just playing a game. We're in a game, Toadette.
Corn Dog's not getting in. It's us again.
You're stuck with me and Corn Dog. If you are in the stream, you're more than welcome to join the commentary channel, and I will get out of your way. But until then, Toadette, the Rebellion versus EC Blue, and so far a quick start for the Seattle team.
Yeah, no, this is one that gets my blood pumping. Let's go, Huskies. I mean, good goal by Huskies. Unbiased commentating, forgot.
Oh,
As he slots that one home off a Christmas pass. I don't know. He got the assist somewhere along the way.
And we do have Polar returning to the Rebellion lineup from last week. And so if you're the Rebellion, you had won 5 straight games. You come into this series off the back of your first loss again in like 5 or 6 games. And so not the best start if you are the Rev boys. But again, EC Blue, we mentioned it before all the games started, Toadette. They're a sneaky team, and if they get hot, they can really beat many teams.
Yeah, I mean, but you called it out. Polar's back. He is this team's MVP. He shows up way high on the standings just overall in the whole league. So he's probably their most important player. He's proven me right, making me look smart. IT Polar takes it down nicely and slots it oh so easily, making Christmas kind of look silly.
Yeah, great first touch from Polar there to put it around the first defender. And yeah, Polar already instantly showing you what he's all about. And yeah, just the added quality he brings to the Rebellion, and him and Shorts typically are the catalyst for the team. As we do see pot shot Gogan as well. But yeah, Shorts and Polar connecting for a goal. No, what a great save by Huskies. But yeah, back and forth so far in game 1. Oh my God, we do have Corn Dog John is in the commentary chat, guys. He is here. I'm gonna leave it to you as we do see Huskies on the score sheet for the second time, and wow,
what a clanger! Oh my
God, he banged that from the opposite end into that far right corner, and it's 2-1 to EC Blue.
It's looking good so far for the old ECB. Up 2-1, kind of unexpected. Not necessarily that shocking. I know they're a good team, but I was kind of expecting IT Polar to take command. Maybe not yet in game 1.
Yeah, not yet in game 1. And Corn Dog, if you do need an invite to the server, I can get that for you as we are currently in the game. And yeah, I think so far, to be honest, and is that just in? Wow, what a great 50 from Shorts. So far, Toadette, I think EC Blue are in a pretty good spot.
Oh, what an air dribble from Polar. I think he ran out of boost and left Christmas with an easier save than he wanted. Huskies 1v1 takes an early flick option that I maybe he doesn't get the purchase on it that he had planned.
Yeah, not the purchase indeed, but some physical play out of Shorts, doing some KJ things. But this Rebellion team as well, they're one that loves their demos and bumps. So
Christmas,
right on cue, Christmas, the bump and Shorts the save. Man, I'm really impressed with honestly the way EC Blue's playing. They're cooking so far.
Yeah, they did not take kindly to that aggressive play coming out of the Rebellion. They were paying it like threefold as then Shorts gets his own revenge.
Yeah, Shorts on the ball here. Again, another aerial play from Polar. He's had a couple of those where he's just carrying the ball on the hood of his car. So that's just kind of the quality that he possesses. We do see Shorts still on the ball, not leaving the ball, and Polar up in the air. But yeah, so far both teams are trading shots, and if you're the Rebellion, you're worried about this start when against a team that's not currently in the playoff picture. But wow, oh, EC Blue again. Huskies for his third goal of the game, and man, I might be getting a prediction wrong, Toad, in this series, because man, EC Blue they're cooking.
I mean, no doubt. Who really saw the Huskies would come out of the gate so hot with a hat trick here in game one? I've watched him play for quite a while now, and when he's on, he is absolutely lights out. Christmas can rack up those assists and get some solo plays. He's by far the most mechanical player of the ECB team at the moment. And then, of course, you got your third man, Mr. Funk, back there. Finally got to meet him in person as he pulls off a nice save. Funk, let's go. Polar is kind of keeping this team clicking right now as he maybe touches it. A bit of a mistouch towards his own net. No, ECB looks great.
I want to highlight Funk there. He made a save, was getting bumped and demoed in net, and still managed to not get scored on. So for Funk being the player, we don't really highlight much on EC Blue. We typically talk about Christmas and Huskies mechanical play, and I think Funk has so far had a really good start to the game. And Polar, again, right on cue with what you're saying, Toe Death. Polar, two goals to his name, and man, Shorts, more demos coming out of the Rebellion, and we've got a minute left, and it's a 1-goal game.
Yeah, that's a smart shot from Polar there. He's recognizing that I think it was Christmas on the goal line. Has a relatively routine save if it's nice and low for him. So he positions the car, waits for the ball to bounce, and then hits it in such a way that it's high enough, just high enough to keep it out of Christmas's reach as Funk comes in, the man we were talking about, gets his goal.
Yeah, Shorts, full boost, just kind of misses the ball there, and Funk says, yeah, I'll take that as a Christmas with a demo as well. And EC Blue, man, right after conceding and the game goes to 1 goal, they say, no, we're going to get our goal back. And a 2-goal lead for EC Blue here, as we do see a...
Oh my God, Shorts!
Go in. Yeah, wow, Shorts just lobs the ball at the net, and the physics gods just let it go in. Wow, what a shot from Shorts.
It was the physic gods right there along with Huskies who let that one go in. Huskies got his hat trick and is maybe leaving it to Funk on defense here. Shorts! 2 quick goals, and just like that it's tied up.
Oh, the game of Rocket League where literally these kickoff goals are just some of the most backbreaking goals to concede, and Shorts, the beneficiary of one of those kickoff goals, and we have a tie game with 36 seconds left. Man, I really can't call this, though.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of regulars in the chat. I just had to glance down. We've got Spanky in there right now. Debit's made himself known. Is Smashly on his main account? Doughboy's back from his own game. As I look up, and Shorts immediately gets his third. Immediately completes his hat trick in like 3.5 seconds.
I gotta feel bad for Funk there, man. It's just an awkward ball on the side wall. Just kind of gets past him, and Shorts just there to tuck it in. And man, 3 straight goals from the Rebellion. What a response for them after, man, it looked like they might be getting upset here in game number 1. But there is still plenty of time here for EC Blue, and Huskies on the net there, just puts it on net. There's 3 Rebellion defenders, and it just sneaks in. I don't know how it goes in, but it went in. I guess it's one of those if you don't shoot, you won't score sort of things. And Huskies scores, and it's 5-5.
Yeah, this is kind of like an all gas, no brakes situation. Huskies is putting 4 past right now. Shorts made himself known with a hat trick, kind of like Robert Lewandowski style, right? Just so quick. Oh my gosh, Robert Lewandowski getting his 4th in, honestly, has it been like 30 seconds of actually in-game time?
Something like that, but dude, there is like no defense being played in this lobby. There is just goals flying in left and right. 7 seconds left. If you're EC Blue, you need a goal right now, and let's see if they can get it. The ball does roll up the wall here. If Huskies can boom it, they have a chance. Is anyone there? Oh, the
It
ball's
could be a
still up,
kind
Odette.
roll if Christmas gets up early enough. But it is well defended from Pipe Shot Goguen. And after a back and forth ping pong battle of all gas, no brakes, all offense, no defense, the Rebellion find themselves favorably up 1-0 after a 6-5 goal fest.
Yeah, what a game! And speaking of Goal Fest, yeah, that was not something that I expected, Toe Death, and yeah, what a game! And I guess on that mark, guys, I'm gonna be leaving you, Toe Death. I really appreciate commentating with you on the first game and this first game of the second series. So, Corn Dog, welcome, man, and I'm gonna leave you the floor.
Yeah, thanks, Luis. We'll see you later as we welcome in Corn Dog. How you doing, Corn Dog?
Doing pretty good. I tell you what, that was a crazy game one, man.
It really was. They were up 4-2, I believe it was 4-2. EC Blue had it, and then out of nowhere, Shorts lights it up with 4 goals. I don't really know what to say after you concede like 4 goals in 30 seconds. Does that eat at your confidence, or like what in the world's going on?
Well, it wasn't, fortunately for them, it was going back and forth, but EC Blue with that big lead there and having it just sort of whittled away. Gotta hurt a little bit, but they were firing back and kept it a close game. I did not expect EC Blue to be out so far ahead, but then I also didn't expect them to lose it. So interesting. Let's see what game 2 has in store for us here as kickoff is underway. Woo!
Yeah, in game 1, we didn't see very much from Christmas, so I'm sure he's eager to get on the ball. He is a bit of a training champ, I guess. I never quite know how to say this guy trains like his life depends on it, so I don't know how to neatly wrap that one up.
I believe you can say that he tries hard.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's one way to say it, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you try hard, you tend to get a bit sweaty.
I've been called sweaty before. Polar, a backwards takeoff into his, like right off his own 18. A bit of a ballsy play as Shorts gets his read off his backboard. 2 plays that are high risk, moderate reward.
Yeah, interesting first minute here in game 2. A lot of back and forth, a lot of dangerous situations both directions here, but no honey in the pot.
Christmas trying to stamp his name on this game as he plays it to Funk. Oh my, that's ugly. Look away, folks. I think he just shanks that one wide. All the pressure got to him. The fans screaming his name.
Yeah, the open net can be the hardest shot to make sometimes as that one comes off the post and back out into play.
Good read from Huskies to win that. Nice pass over from Polar into Pipe Shot Goguen. Doesn't come off the way he wants. And there's your main man, Shorts, after the game 1. It's got to be MVP. He kind of single-handedly turned that tide around. Got his team back into it. He said, anything you can do, I can do better, Huskies. And he kind of did it.
Yeah, interesting gameplay there from EC Blue. The ball gets passed across and the other 2 members just stay sitting in the net. They don't want to come out. I'm wondering if they're just concerned about being scored on more than scoring as Christmas finds the hole.
He most certainly does. Christmas gets his first goal of the series. Huskies, I won't lie, I thought he was saving that. I genuinely thought he was just going to drive into it and save it. But yeah, luckily the hitbox was favorable.
Yeah, and a triple commit on the defense there. All 3 of them going to challenge that shot. Gotta think that maybe if one of them had turned back towards net, they might have been in a position that wasn't a particularly difficult shot to stop if you were at the goal line. Oh.
Yeah, that's so good from Polar. Makes at least 2, maybe all 3 bite as the ball's played across. And there's Polar again, I'm saying his name. And there's none other than Shorts saying his name too as they connect.
Cute little pinch ball there. Christmas gets across, but not able to get up in time. If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that, but it's a goal for the Rebellion here. 1-1 at halftime in game 2. It's looking good.
It was a bit of a cute pinch. Oh, Polar finds the open hole here. What was it? Was it Huskies? No, it was Christmas here. Last back, 0 boost. It was stolen, and he's got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you put your team in a tough spot there, but it was good to slow it down. But Christmas had to go for the hero save, and EC Blue falls behind 1 goal here as Funk tries to get it back forward immediately on the kickoff.
Ambitious from Polar when you've got Shorts to just take command of the situation. Polar's going to turn in midfield and fire it low, and not that hard, but he probably wanted it to be harder.
Yeah, I definitely prefer a little more velocity when I'm clearing it out of this zone, but you take what you can get sometimes.
Big smash from Christmas as he not only wins the 50, but gets a little bit of the man there. Who do we have? Christmas diving in, kind of nicks the ball towards Polar, but it's favorable as Polar tries to clear it with 0 boost. Again, a bit of a missed clearance. It's not pounced on.
Yeah, the ball comes trickling all the way back out in EC Blue's defensive half. And nothing doing it. It feels like the pace has slowed down here in the last minute or two.
It does. I'm almost ready to pull out one of my pre-prepared topics here. Oh my gosh.
No!
What? That was not one of my pre-prepared topics. Like a fancy pirouette own goal? A la Smashley?
Ooh, be hard to live that down. Interesting play from Polar there. Short's not able to convert it. Ball's floating back in the attacking side here for Rebellion. And again, it feels like a totally different formula to the game here. We're sort of lobbing the ball back and forth.
I think this is one where after game 1, everybody's a bit shell-shocked, a bit scared to be having 5 or 6 put past you in one game. Now we're trying to tone it down, be conservative. It's okay, just get one.
That's all you need.
Excuse me? What?
And with not much time on the clock, Huskies finds that ball. Not a particularly difficult shot. Pipe shot Gogan just getting a weird touch. Hits it side net.
That's one he's going to want back, no doubt about it.
I feel like it's slow motion right now, you know, like compared to game 1. It feels slow.
Clock's winding down, 5 seconds on the clock. Huskies finds himself last back, the lone defender, but it kind of comes to nothing as probably a bit of a misplay and wasted chance there.
It's anyone's game here in game 2 as we have entered overtime. And
Funk
again,
leaves it for Huskies, but Huskies, I don't think he was kind of clued in on that play.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lack of communication on both teams here. There's passes going to nobody that are decent passes, but nobody
big
coming to
demo
get
from
them.
Polar. The net is gaping. I'm just waiting for Palace to say something.
You could almost say the net is prolapsed. Christmas takes that back over to the side.
We're coming up on a minute of extra time played. Christmas gets maybe a reverse clearance, to be generous. Huskies gets a forward clearance.
Yeah, there you go. Polar with a good follow on that ball forward. And again, no blue people from Rebellion flying into attack. Both of them sitting back. I feel like nobody wants to get scored on after that huge scoring game 1.
Christmas maybe cutting rotation. Actually, no. I didn't see that Funk was caught upfield. That was really a lot more dangerous than it needed to be for ECB. But they get out unscathed as Polar not only gets a clearance, but kind of starts the counterattack.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of miscommunications here. A lot of people not knowing, and what a shot from Shorts, just misses top corner.
And knowing is half the battle.
It is great to learn because knowledge is power also.
Christmas last back. It's a 2-on-1. Another misplay, another miscommunication. Chance goes wasted.
Yeah, good defense from Christmas to buy that time. Let him walk it forward and take it to the sidewall. No boost, but got the block anyway.
Big dunk from Christmas. Shorts is hounding him over to Huskies. Third man's up. There's third man. Shorts wins a really important 50. He's going to take it himself. A bit selfish, but after you have an individual play, why not? And there you go. Make up for it on defense. Just get it all done.
The physical play has been a factor here. It just hasn't been a major factor as Shorts sends Husky back to his own side.
I think Shorts has kind of been my man of the match this one. I was expecting Polar to probably comfortably be my top performer for the Rebellion as a side flip comes out of nowhere. But no, it's Shorts. Shorts has looked good, entertaining. Defense maybe leaving something to be desired, but definitely not on offense.
Yeah, Shorts with both assists in this game here. Both goals credited to Polar on 6 shots, which is a big number, I guess. So three shots for Shorts, 2 for Pipe Shot Gogan, and then 5 shots total on EC Blue's side. So Polar's been the gunner, Shorts has been the ammo man.
Yeah, how did Huskies get out of that disaster situation? He was the last back, and there was somebody hassling him there, but somehow he escapes what should be a very, very comfortable goal for the Rebellion. So many chances have been kind of wasted, and I can't quite pick a winner because it's kind of who will make the more obvious mistake and lead to the more obvious open net at this point.
Big shot, Christmas lands late, and that's gonna do it. Rebellion go up 2 games here.
In the end, it almost was an open net. Christmas is going for the squishy save, and it's just a nice kind of, just kind of a little dink from Pipe Shot Gogan, and it goes in.
Interesting gameplay there. EC Blue really holding their own here, which, I mean, I believe it was mentioned there in game 1, but they're doing exceptionally well right now compared to their standings on the leaderboard. So good to see there. But as we see that final score, 12 shots or 13 shots I can count for the Rebellion, and still just 5 for EC Blue. So it feels like the Rebellion's sort of gotten into its patch here. They're chugging along forward, and it's a tale of who's making more mistakes, as you said there, Todish.
Yeah, I mean, it was maybe a little wasteful from Rebellion. If you have 13 shots, you're probably going to want more than 3 goals. But then again, EC Blue's coming up big with the saves. They've got 6 in this match, where the Rebellion only credited with 2 saves. So for all the pressure, 6 saves kind of explains why there were only 3 goals coming from the Rebellion.
Yeah, and I'm real curious to see what changes here. I wouldn't be surprised to see both teams make a significant change to their gameplay style.
If there's one team who probably should, it's going to be EC Blue. The Rebellion look good, but not great. They look beatable. I don't know if EC Blue's up to the task tonight, but I think we're going to find out as Game 3's about to get underway. We've got all players loaded in, and here we go.
Yeah, Rebellion seems to be having some miscommunication on the back line. They're sending up 2 people. So if EC Blue can get a 2-shot situation where they put a shot in and then they're ready to deal with the clear and put the ball right back in, I wouldn't be surprised to see them get a few more goals this game.
Shorts plays a dangerous game here, but he comes out the victor. I don't know how he manages to do that. It's just all coming up roses, gold. I don't know what the expression is.
It's coming up cookies.
Polar, probably the most mechanical player in this lobby. Maybe Christmas could be rivaling him, but Polar's been lighting up the stat sheet week after week. This is maybe one of the only weeks where Shorts is a monster. Oh my gosh. He's showing up his teammate Polar. He's saying, I'm the captain now.
Look at me. Nice ball around the side. Good follow-up for the finish. And the EC Blue just not in a position to deal with that particular ball. So well spotted by Shorts to get that one around.
It's a really nice win for EC Blue. It doesn't quite pay off, but if they can get some kickoff goals, this game could get real interesting real quick. Oh, bless you.
Everything comes through my mic.
Huskies, again, he's left last back. They haven't necessarily paid for that so far.
Wow.
And they do now. I'm not really sure what's going on with the rotations, as obviously that is a massively powerful shot coming in from Polar. But Blue seems to be leaving kind of Huskies holding the bag a lot. And he's been their player going forward. So, not that I can, throw in my 2 cents, but if you've got a player who's getting it done on offense, probably don't want to leave him last back on defense.
Yeah, that's true. I did like the upper shelf redirect attempt there from Pipe Shot Gogan. Doesn't convert it, but floats it out to IT Polar with a hammer ball into the back of the net. And they just worked that right around EC Blue like it was a set play.
We've got Gogan down the field. He hits a redirect.
My!
Yes, sir. Let's go. Pipe Shot Gogan. You wouldn't expect it, but here it is. Off a redirect from, you guessed it, Shorts. He hits a banger.
And now we're starting to see the rebellion that we've seen previously. Nice fluidity, hitting those weird balls, having somebody there to receive. They're connecting their passes. They're not sending 2 people up on defense. And it's 3-0 as a result.
Christmas is calling this server straight cheeks. He does not like the way this feels. But it's past the 30-second mark. We're in. There is no way to stop this game right now. Maybe if they can get the dub and move it into game 4, they can get a better server. But they've got to play with what they've got. Christmas, there's no excuses at this point.
And a goal for each of the Rebellion members there. IT Polar with the only one without an assist, but also the only one with a save on the Rebellion. And they're looking good as Polar claims his 2nd goal at halftime.
It was an okay clearance from Huskies, but it went too central. Couldn't nip at IT Polar's heels. And Polar, of course, finds the double. He's way too good of a player to leave that chance begging.
And it looked like Gogan got the bump, or at least threw off the defender's line. Not sure how much of a direct impact it made, but it definitely made an impact. So they're running away with this one here, and EC Blue needs to find some kind of way to respond. Get that first goal, get that icebreaker.
Triple C saying that once Polar gets confident, there's just no stopping him. At least I think he's referring to Polar. Shorts almost hits another. He's been electric, lights out, whatever nice way you want to use to describe the way he's been playing. He's been darn good.
Ooh, good bump on the return there. Shuts down EC Blue's attack, and the ball's going to come center for Rebellion. Gogan is up, doesn't touch it. Huskies going for the block, not able to make contact.
They just kind of threw the ball away as Shorts was there, just very comfortably in position. Kind of a misplay. You've got 4 goals you got to make up in a little over a minute, and throwing possession away is not the way to get that started.
And we're seeing some stuff happen here from EC Blue, but it just doesn't make it to the end of the play.
This so far looks like their weakest game, and it couldn't come at a worse time. This is game 3, kind of all the marbles to play for right now. And they're getting smoked, 4-0. IT Polar's looking good. Pipe Shot Gogan's getting it done as he goes up for that one. Somehow, Shorts is the one who actually touches it. Good play from Polar on, I think it was actually 0 boost. Not even almost, but just all the way. And he still puts in a decent cross like that.
Ooh, Christmas going for that ceiling read. Those are hard.
I mean, I might respect it. We've got 30 seconds to get 4 goals. Might as well go for it. Polar's
Do
going to try to get
different.
another one. Doesn't quite get the ball all the way high enough the way he wants. As Shorts hits a nice chip shot.
Man.
Gogan wanted to steal it.
I mean, take
but
it.
yeah, Shorts has been unstoppable, so of course we're going to get him another goal. Why not?
And no one back for EC Blue as that one just floats through and into the top shelf still. Server feels like ass has been declared.
Yeah, maybe that's what's factoring into it, but a 5-0 seems pretty authoritative.
And there it is. Game 3 goes to Rebellion. A clean sweep off of what started as a really close game 1 with EC Blue in the lead. So interesting, and well played there from Rebellion.
Well, it was really close, so I don't really know what happened there in Game 5. We all saw Game 1. We had EC Blue up 4-2. Everything was looking in their favor. And somehow they lose 5-6. Somehow. So they need to clean up their defense. In Game 3, they let 5 past them. And in Game 2, it was really, really hard fought. I thought they played a much more tense game, a bit of a smart Rocket League in there. And then, yeah, they just kind of forgot all about that in Game 3. But credit to the Rebellion. They look really good. Good to see Polar back. Good to see Shorts lightening up. Love that.
And yeah, if EC Blue could have held on to that Game 1 lead and shut it down, we'd be going on to Game 4 right now. You have another chance, have another minute to reset yourself. So, it's the way it goes sometimes. And they started out real strong, and then Rebellion got that momentum and never looked back.
Yeah, and it's always hard to talk about what could have been, right? Like, if ECB could have come out of Game 1 the victor, then maybe Game 2 goes their way, and then maybe the collapse in Game 3 doesn't really happen. But as they say, if my grandma had handlebars, she'd be a bike. So
That's very true.
they do say that.
It doesn't say much about your grandma, but I have heard them say it. All right. Well, hey, interesting series. A good glimmer, a good spark there for EC Blue, but Rebellion able to just take those games and walk away with it. So maybe a little bit more time, a little bit more practice, and we'll be seeing EC Blue start to do some fancy stuff here.
Yeah, maybe. But speaking of who we're going to be seeing, we're going to hand it off to our friends Shorts and Polar. Welcome into the booth. It's good to see you two.
Good to be here.
Thank you, Toad.
All right, that's my cue. I'm going to take my leave. It's been fun, guys. I'm going to watch from the sidelines now. Have fun.
Woo! And hello, everybody. For our next game, we have Timber's Army versus KC Cauldron. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Shorts?
I am as well. Should be a really good match. Two long-standing teams in the league that are fighting for a last playoff spot at the moment. So should be really, really good competitive game.
I expect to see both teams on their A game. We'll have to wait and see, though. See what's in store for us. For now, as we wait, get into the lobby, get everything going. Shorts, have any predictions for this game?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say KC Cauldron take this 3-1. But that's barring what lineup they bring in. If they have their good, their well-oiled lineup like they have in the past couple of weeks where they've won their matches, I think they can take this 3-1.
Absolutely. I you know what? I'm gonna go with Timber's Army. I'm gonna say Timber's Army wins this 3-2. We go the distance.
The distance.
Yeah, not a reverse sweep or anything crazy like that, but that'll be my prediction here.
The distance on a Tuesday night.
It's the only way to go.
All right, yeah, I'd have to say that has to be an underdog pick, although Timber's Army does have capacity to win this game for sure. But I'd say that has to be an underdog pick based off of the standings and form of teams right now.
Absolutely, but you know me. I love rooting for the underdog. And speaking of dog, Rydog has joined the team, and so has the rest of the players. As we jump into the match, my controller wants to work. There it goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's expect some goals, some saves, and a lot of stupid puns as we have Nelly go for the kickoff here and win it.
And that's going to go off the back wall. Rydog's going to be looking to make contact, but does not. But the big bump and smite is going to put that away for the first goal early on here for KC Cauldron.
Yeah, that goal is just too easy. Hopefully that's not a predictor for what the rest of the match is going to look like, and KC runs away with it. Just got to look for some better rotations for Timbers there.
I don't know if you noticed there, a huge bump by Yef actually to get that contesting Timbers Army player out of there. Smite with the aerial up. Gonna pop down to the middle, dead ball for a moment, but Rydog's gonna pick that one up. Now Yef looking to grab control here. Thorin able to get that off the wall, back to Yef. Nelly gonna take control himself, bring that up the wall. We're looking for a clearance here if possible. The low boost is gonna make that a little bit more difficult, but he will get it. Right to the hands of Yef, who's gonna put them in a dangerous position. Piglet though will clear that out. Smite up the back wall. Yef goes for the aerial, doesn't make connection though. Nelly up in the air. Thorin out to the middle. Smite is gonna make contact, but Yef is coming into a dangerous spot. But Nelly with a great save. Absolutely beautiful save. Early pressure here for KC Cauldron.
Ooh. Yeah, going the wrong way here.
And looking to get control of the ball. I think we expected to see KC Cauldron coming out the gate swinging, and what a touch by Yep. Is that going to go dangerous? It might, but Smite will put that away.
Smitty with a great shot there on the follow-up to Yef's clearance.
Smiting the Timbers Army with that goal. Is it Smitty? Smitty?
Yes.
Excuse me. Smitty! Smiting the opponent. Well, Fuller can't read as Yef takes the ball out for the clearance. David though will be in the middle, and oh, a beautiful touch. But oh, to the hands of Nelly. Not able to get anything out of that. We're now bringing it up the line. The side post will look to get that mid. Nelly! Oh, Nelly whiffs, but so does Yef. And Rydog now bringing it out to the corner himself. Smitty looking to go up for this. Looking for something incredible and so close, but Yef will finish it up. And a 3-0 lead now for KC Cauldron.
Yeah, the pressure is too much for Timbers Army.
Can't lie, I would have liked to see that from Smitty. That would have been something beautiful, but not quite able to put it away.
Yeah, looks like shots right now. Only 2 minutes into the game, so a lot of game left, but KC Cauldron beating Timbers Army in shots 7-1 right now.
Speaking of a shot.
8. Oh, with Thorngold's great shot. Looking like a gold-plated missile in the top of corner of the net there. Wow.
Beautiful shot from Thorin to now make it 0-4. Game 1 looking like it might be under wraps, so plenty of time to go on the clock. Who knows what can happen as Rydog puts it out into KC Cauldron's side.
Yeah, I think it's about time to start pulling out the commentator's curse here, just to get this game a little bit more interesting. 4-0, turning into 5-0 very fast, as the commentator's curse does not exist, ladies and gentlemen.
Turns out we can't change the course of the game just by saying stuff. What a shame. Rydog just not able to get the right connection onto that.
I think we're not even halfway through the game right now. We're just about to approach half, and it's 5-0 to KC Cauldron. Really gonna have to start pulling back though if you're a Timbers Army and get a goal here to start clawing your way back.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's gonna be a long uphill battle if they want to make this. But maybe at this point, your Timbers Army, you're just thinking, what about game 2? What can we learn from game 1 to put into game 2. Rydog with a dangerous position, and Piglet will put that away for the first goal of the match. Not a shutout. And they're still in this.
Piglet just feeding out of the trough on that nice, easy goal on the save by Casey Cauldron that was just left there. Right in the middle for him. He, eats that one up.
Now another kickoff going in favor of Timber's Army. Smitty would try, but Rydog able to put that away. Now 2 kickoff goals are what you need in this position if you're Timber's Army.
Yeah, hey, maybe this is the spark they need. At the very least, they're getting some really good momentum. If they can make this game close going into game 2, it'll give them the confidence. But, you know, another quick goal, and they're really in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to want to score a couple, even if you don't end up grabbing the win. Just that confidence, knowing the other team is not invincible, is a huge mental booster. Piglet trying to put this in a dangerous position. Nelly with a great touch! But, oh, Smitty just able to save that. Thor now going into a dangerous position himself. Smitty up the air dribble.
Oh, you can see the form that Timber's Army is in right now. They're really growing into this match, and you really love to see it after that 5-0 start, scoring 2 unanswered, and they're really buzzing in the offensive zone right now, but they need to finish off a chance here to have a chance to come back.
Yep, they will not able to get control of that in the air. But putting it in a dangerous position, Smitty, and again, Nelly. This guy is on top of his saves.
On his head.
I'm about to park my Dodge Dart behind him because he is a garage door.
I'd go for a brick wall behind, but that's fine.
Smitty putting this in a dangerous position. Nelly going to get that clear. Yep, though, the shots ricocheting on Rydog with a great off-the-post save.
Yeah, the defensive stance and rotations here so much better for Timber's Army. It's looking so good for them, but they really need to score.
Piglet! Breaking axles. Not enough. Nelly going up. No connection. Rydog is going to put that away! 30 seconds left, and it's 3-5.
Nelly saying, I'm just going to smell you this ball as it goes right by me, and Rydog is going to put it in the net for me. Thank you very much. 33 seconds, down by 2. Can Timber's Army get 2 more? It's going to be really tough. They're going to look for a kickoff goal here.
But just aggression on both sides is absolutely insane. The shots going back and forth. Piglet's going to put that mid. Nelly's going to try and make connection, but no. Oh, Smitty with a great double touch there. Yeah. Big clear out. It's going to put that into the midfield. Thorn not able to get past Piglet.
10 seconds left. Timber's Army looking like their chances are dwindling right now. They are playing really well, so yeah, this is definitely going to be it for Timber's Army. But going into game 2, they are going to have a lot of momentum with some great defensive stands there and a few goals.
Yeah, I think if you're Timber's Army, you're happy about how that game ended. I'm sure you would have liked to win, but knowing that the goals can go in, we can get a few here. With a little bit stronger defense early on in that early game, I think Timber's Army could put up a real fight.
Yeah, I'd have to chalk that a little bit up to them figuring out their rotations. Nelly with 5 saves there was really just a defensive stronghold for Timber's Army, and they really figured that out where they had Rydog and Piglet kind of taking a lot of the attacks where Nelly would just slot in the attack when needed, but really just making defensive stands for them.
Yeah, I think they also want to like focus on their midfield just a little bit more because you're not going to want to rely on Nelly to make those crazy saves all game.
Absolutely, and the individual skill set of Casey Cauldron is another reason that Timber's Army are going to want to keep midfield possession and pressure, because at any point one of those Casey Cauldron players could just pull out something crazy out of their back pocket in a solo play.
Give KC an inch and KC will take a mile, but we'll have to see how game 2 goes. The players get in position. The kickoff will begin.
What a beautiful map we have here.
Yeah, the scenery is quite nice. Oh, Got a lovely place, but
Oh, what's not nice?
What if-
Rydog missing the easy save. Yeah, it was a powerful shot from Yef, but player of Rydog's stature, you'd expect to save something like that.
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, give them an inch and they'll take a mile. Yef able to start us off. They went a lead. We're not done yet. Nelly up. That is going to get cleared out though. Rydog looking to make this an opportunity, but no. But the pressure is still on as Piglet goes off the wall. Doesn't look like he's going to have the help though, and no. Nothing will show up. Smitty.
Incredible double save there.
Getting something in. Now Nelly looking to get control. We'll have pressure from Yef from behind, but Smitty will come in. Popped up into the middle. Thorn not able to get it. Yef calls him off. Now Nelly going to make a contest here. Piglet will eventually find the clear as Nelly tries to get this ball mid for his team. Nelly up again with a dangerous position and nobody's home. 1-1. Nelly is able to tie us up.
And Nelly able to go for that celly after he puts a nice easy shot in net. Not a very easy shot to get, but even with an open net, you gotta get that angle.
Yeah, and it looks like KC actually double commit on the wall there. But Yef up, putting a hard shot off target, but still in a dangerous position. Thorin will try his best. KC already retaliating with the pressure. Rydog will relieve that.
A little
Yep,
bit back
up.
and forth here in the midfields. Too much possession being had. Both teams still feeling each other out after the kind of a reset as we have the tie score here.
Yeah, Piglet not able to make connection. Nelly should be able to get a touch, and he does. Popped up on the wall. And a good bump by Rydog to follow up with the shot as well.
And it's bacon time for Rydog because he is feasting on the KC Cauldron net.
For the first time in the series, Timber's Army will take the lead. We'll see how KC retaliates. They have a response. Nelly up. Not able to make connection. Quite a few whiffs from both sides in this series so far. Nelly gonna place that to the side for safety. Rydog will go up. Not a lot of boost on him. Ball drops to mid. Nelly looking to make connection. And now the ball being played back to Smitty. Oh, but Nelly with the stuff. This could be dangerous. Yef is going to say no with the save. A lot of booms coming out from both sides. Thorin looking to make an effort here. Great little tap up. Not able to find the net though.
Thorin goal.
Oh, Thorin! Thorin goal with the redirect. A beautiful pass in from Yef. Thorin able to get up so fast and just tap it in. What a beautiful shot.
Great redirect by Thorin Gold. I'd give that shot a gold medal.
Wow,
Trying too
beautiful
hard.
goals. Just trying just enough.
Does enough.
Oh,
You're trying. Rydog is
immediately.
putting in a shift. Oh my god.
His 9-5 is looking good right now as they just get another lead. Timber's Army 3-2.
KC Cauldron looking like a completely different team from the first half of game one. They really don't have the control that they did before with seemingly they always had someone coming out of the back to bump Timber's Army player, which led to a lot of their open chances.
And we'll have to see if KC Cauldron makes any adjustments mid-game here to deal with this pressure that Timber's Army is creating. Speaking of, Smitty. Oh, such a good try, but it's going to put it in a dangerous position for Thorin. He's not able to find the net. Rydog going to try and get the clear, but no boost on him. It's a little bit turned around. Piglet.
Can be two.
Piglet's
Good
been
chance.
so good in the series, getting those small touches, taking control, slowing down the pace of play, and trying to make an effort here.
Yeah, he's not doing anything crazy either. He's really just taking control, playing it well. He's not, doing too many 1v1 plays and everything, but slowing the game down for his team, and it's really working well in their favor.
And in such a fast-paced game, that change of pace can definitely throw the other team off. Now Smitty puts it across the net. No one able to capitalize on that. Ball goes high. Nelly's going to put a contest up. Thorin reads it though. He's already back in a good position. Not able to get the pinch I'm sure he was looking for. But again, these aerial shots, it feels like KC is just faster in the air, and just like that, Thorin a little bit faster, able to put that one away for a tie game. 30 seconds left on the clock. This is anyone's game right now.
Cruelty on the back wall there. We had a piggy and a dog just face bumping each other, just messing up the defense. You hate to see that.
A true tragedy. But Rydog, it's been good for these kickoff goals. Going for another one here. Off the back wall. Nelly going to get that center. Again, Piglet with that soft touch in through. Rydog not able to get the double touch.
Yeah, just a perfect example of how Piglet is just really taking over. Kind of an unrewarded role, really, to take control of the game. He's not getting the stats for it, but he's really keeping the pace for his team as the ball drops. And we go to overtime here.
3-3 in OT. Next goal will take game 2. Early pressure for KC as they get it through to the midfield. Thorin going to fall off. And his teammate Yef go for that. Yef, good in the contest. Nelly be the one to win that midfield play. And Nelly putting it up in the dangerous position. Off the top bar though. Not able to find the net.
Far down and out. Devastating. Hopefully they can keep that pressure up though to tie up the series.
And Piglet again with that control. Going to put that through into a dangerous position for Rydog. Oh, Piglet just not able to find the net, just a wee bit wide. And this little piggy puts it on net.
Oh, Yep is scrambling and Nelly finishes it off. We have an OT victory.
And Timber's Army able to grab game 2 to tie up this series. Very well played by Timber's Army.
I suspect a match afloat.
There could be a match afloat. There could be a prediction being fulfilled one game at a time.
We're both still in play here.
That is true. That is true. You said Timber's Army would get one. But the way that Timber's Army was playing, I'm not sure if it'll be just one. The control they had over the match, the shots, and just capitalization on these midfield balls was really good for Timber's Army.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Timber's Army looks so much better in game 2. Given that's even a 1-goal game, it looked like more of a difference towards Timber's Army there. But, KC Cauldron is kind of a sleeping giant in that sense, where they could just come back in game 3 and put up 5 goals in a row if they get the right plays on Timber's Army. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the shots that KC Cauldron was 1 going for and 2 scoring, they're dangerous. They're a dangerous team that can absolutely run away with a game. But only time will tell as we head into game 3. Again, all tied up in the series, 1-1.
Looks like we're heading over to Champions Field in game 3 here.
We love our Rocket League maps. Nelly gonna pop it into mid. Piglet, lots of boost on him, but not able to find a dangerous shot yet. But that pass back is great to Rydog, who's going to put it away. Great awareness of your team. Knowing where your players are to keep control of that ball. And Rydog repping the G2 skin will put that one away.
Piglet has clearly been practicing. He is playing so well right now.
Just playing smart. So smart to keep control and not just boom and give it away. But, oh, great aerial control by Smitty.
Oh.
Gonna go to Yep. Nelly, who's just a wee bit too far out, is not gonna be able to make it back in time. And back to these high-scoring games, man.
Yeah, looks like Nelly left his Rydog off the leash because he just kind of whiffed that first challenge and left Nelly on an island.
First 30 seconds of the match. We already have seen 2 goals. Rydog with a big clear into the corner. He's going to go to the hands of Yef, who's going to get bumped out by Rydog. Nelly should look to take control of this. All going to be put him to mid, and the pop-up. Thorin just a wee bit faster. Yef now going to have to kite back. Able to get control, bring it up the line. Smitty puts it in mid. Thorin trying his best here. And Smitty winning the 50 into the back of the net for the lead.
Yeah, just a powerful shot there to play through the 50. He played it smart.
Good pressure from KC. I hope this continues throughout the game if you're a KC fan. Throwing up. So again, looking for the double tap. Not able to find it. Yef puts it on the back wall. Now Smitty up again. KC so fast in the air right now. This is looking scary if you're Rydog. Eventually, with a little help from his team, is able to get that ball out. Nelly 0.
And the boost control right now. Good clearance to get that out though.
Rydog able to stop the bleeding. Clear that ball out. Nelly looking to get this mid. Not able to keep control of it. Goes to Thorin. Rydog will try his best to keep control. Not able to find it. Touch a wee bit high. Yep up in the air. That's not going to be on net. Nobody able to make connection with it. And Yep now bringing that lead by 2 goals.
Yeah, that long dominance just gets a really powerful touch on that, whereas many other cars wouldn't have gotten that across the net with that power.
Absolutely. The dominance power, and again, just KC just being generally faster for these aerials. Thorin's going to put another one away. Thorin Gold looking so good in this series when it comes to these aerial shots, these redirects. They're hard shots to save, and now Timber's Army will start feeling the pressure. Plenty of time still on the clock, though. See if Timber's Army can get back in form.
Well, let's see.
Smitty with the aerial up and over. Beautiful control from Smitty.
Yeah, smiting down from above on Rydog.
That extra touch. Gotta play earlier, though, into those challenges if you're Timber's Army. Yep, just a little bit wide. Smitty will put it mid. Nelly will be able to get control now. Looking for the pinch. It's going to go back into the midfield. Good demo pressure on Piglet. Piglet, who I feel like has not gotten a lot of those slower plays. Not had the opportunity to yet. But a great save for him. He's able to put that down. Yeah, trying to just dribble it in, but no. Rydog now cleared out, but Rydog low boost. It feels like Timber's Army is struggling in the boost department this game.
Yeah, Cauldron has a lot more pressure, a lot more boost to work with. They're getting their skilled plays in, the aerials that they're able to go for. and that's really the difference. 5-1 with minute 30 left. It's looking not great if you're a Timbers Army fan.
Absolutely not, but a good little double tap to get the ball going for Nelly. Piglet up. Not going to do anything too dangerous with this, but Rydog will take control. Rydog looking mid. Will there be an answer? No. Yeah, shutting that down right away. Piglet able to turn around. And then Nelly in the midfield. Saved by Thorin.
Rydog went for the bump there and he missed it. It could have been a sure goal. Looking again like a time
position.
Just maybe get that confidence boost back. Hopefully get a goal before the game ends. Not likely going to win this match or this game.
Yeah, it's time to talk about what's going wrong, what can we change, how can we adapt. It's time to change play styles. Maybe drastic, maybe little. I'm not quite sure what the answer is. The ball going up in the midfield is going to go away, but Rydog should have a free one here, and he will. It seems like just a consolation goal. Something for the stat sheet.
Love our stat sheets.
Yeah, only 22 seconds. It would take nothing less than a miracle. Timbers Army to make this one happen.
Yeah, and I guess as we kind of have some consolation play here at the end, what do you think, Bowler, would be the difference between Game 2 and Game 3, where Timbers Army just did not have the domination that they had in Game 2?
Looking at how the ball is being played around, for me personally, I think a lot more aerial plays are made in Game 3 and Game 1. And in that skybox, KC is just faster. They're getting to the ball faster. They're making these plays faster. As in Game 2, I felt like there's a lot more ground play. We saw Piglet getting a lot of control. Rydog, dribbling through and being in a good position forward. So I think keeping the ball low will go in Timbers Army's favor.
Yeah, I'd agree. It really led to, like you said, with that, the play style being in KC Cauldron's wheelhouse, it led to just a faster game in general, which is better for KC Cauldron as they have the skill and precise touches really to be able to keep that pace up. And yeah, Timbers Army really need to find their opportunities. But honestly, KC Cauldron's not giving them the opportunities to slow down the game, so Timbers Army have to find a way to earn those opportunities. And some of that could be from dodging bumps and making the KC's aggressive play style and fast play style a little bit less effective by dodging those bumps and leaving their backline exposed.
Yeah. The other thing I think Timbers Army needs to think about is their rotations as well. There was a couple goals that KC got where there was just nobody in the net. There's nobody available to make a save. So to be ready to lose that aerial and be back, it will be important. But anything could happen. We go into Game 4? Game 4?
Game 4.
Game 4.
Yep. Match point for KC Cauldron. So Timbers Army need to take this one.
Oh, Smitty, so good with those air dribbles. So much control. Thorn putting it up.
A lot of aerial play for KC Cauldron here, and they're getting the better of Timbers Army. KC's getting the better of Timbers Army. I don't know if I said that right.
I knew what you meant. Rydog gonna put that up in the air. Piglet not able to connect. And Rydog will be looking to get a 50 mid here, but not able to find it. Piglet will get a 50, but again, that ball pops in the air. Thorn's good for it. Oh, Smitty trying to go for that redirect, not able to find it. As Nelly now will look to go down the line, which is too many KC players to deal with, too many to pass.
And no boost for the Timbers Army's players there to make a breakout happen.
Great tap by Thorn. He's gonna put that into the front of the net. Not able to connect again. Good effort there by Thorin. Oh, Smitty, way to be in the right place at the right time.
Good save by
Right on, great save. Smitty trying to put this across mid. Nelly's having none of it. Going to take that past Yef into a semi-dangerous position, but Thorin will put that out in the corner. And then Piglet again, those slow plays. And
Oh, the pat.
a great pass over to Rydog, who will put that away for a 1-0 lead for Timber's Army.
Now that's some good skilled play. Good teamwork too. They had that play kind of lined up as Piglet was going up the wall. Good chemistry.
A nice early jump there from Rydog to put that one away, and that'll be an early lead. KC, though, not going to sit idly by. Already the pressure is on, going to be quickly relieved. Smitty, though, looking to get that control. You know what he can do with this ball in the air. Oh, but a good bump from Piglet. Yeah, just looking to grab a boost before the ball might get punished for that. No. Thorn will put that save through.
Piglet stepping it up again.
Yeah, a bit more active in that front line. Maybe something that was talked about. Thorn's going to put that ball up. Nelly should be able to be there, and yes, and a demos. Demos. Demos are huge.
A little aggressive here.
Yeah, then that aggression with those demos huge for just messing up those rotations, making you think, but Nelly is going to put that off the corner post and in. And a 2-0 lead for Timber's Army. Great shot from Nelly, great placement. You see Yef there too, just getting caught in the corner of the net, not able to recover in time.
Yeah, getting that second goal is really going to help the momentum for them to keep the pressure in this game, so they can try and slow it down. And again, as we keep saying, just keep the pace of play slow so that Timber's Army has the ball, the play in their favor.
Absolutely. Rydog trying to put it up to Nelly. Smitty is fast though. Nelly trying to put this into the midfield. Oh, looks like a little bit of a team bump there. Won't be too much of a problem. And we see Nelly getting control. Over to Piglet. Yef putting this in for Smitty. He's going to pop it back up to Yef. Not able to find anything too dangerous yet. Not able to get that shot on net. The clear comes out. Smitty, not the aerial he was looking for. Thorin wishing, praying he had some more boost for that, I'm sure. Speaking of praying for boost, Rydog boostless in the mid. We'll have to give up possession. Ball into the corner. Will eventually be cleared out by Piglet.
Ooh, we saw there, Piglet takes a shot on net and immediately goes for the bump. That looks like a little bit of a playstyle change. Maybe a tactics talk for Timber's Army in between the games.
Yeah, Nelly just not finding connections. And we are noticing a different Timber's Army. Ball off the post. Looking to make something happen, but a great redirect by Thorn. Off the post. But will it go in?
Oh,
No!
Timber's Army keep it out. That's huge. 26 seconds left and they save the goal off the line.
Oh, and that's got to be frustrating if you're KC.
Yeah,
Heartbreaking.
Depleting the chance for KC Cauldron to come back in this. 15 seconds left.
Throwing the big pop-up. But now, yeah, putting it through, but not much to do, not much to say. Timber's Army take game 4.
Wow.
We tie it up 2-2. We are going the distance here.
I have the smartest commentating partner in the history of commentating.
I
We are
might be
going the
psychic.
distance.
Hold on, I might have to go and play the lottery. This is crazy.
You
But it's
want
not
to give
over
me a
yet.
tip on the numbers here or what?
Yeah, check your DMs.
Yeah, going the distance as opposed to the first two games today, both of which ended in sweeps. So, thankfully, of course, the game that we get to commentate is going to go the distance. So we get to stay up super late here on the East Coast because we don't like bedtime anyway.
Well, brew up a coffee. There's only one way to find out if I am truly psychic, and that is if Timber's Army is able to keep their momentum from this game and close it out. And I doubt KC Cauldron will be sitting idly by for that. I'm sure they're discussing how they want to change their playstyle, what they did in those games that they won, and what they can do differently now.
Yeah, what I'm excited to see is the field that we're going to play on. My favorite map, Champions Field. No better place to end this series on. What a banger of a series.
Banger of a series can only end in one way. A banger of a match as we get off in the kickoff here. Going the way of Timber's Army, but Thorn able to quickly get control of that, and a great air dribble, great control. Great save though from Piglet. Oh, just off the post for Smitty. Nelly now having to kite back. Bit far off the wall for him to go for. Rydog looking to get a bit of an air dribble.
Great 50 though, after he lost control.
Absolutely. Casey looking dangerous here. Nelly though going to get a good demo. Smitty retaliates with the demo of his own.
Seems like there may have been some talks of needing to play more aggressive to win this game.
The demos are out in full favor, but oh, what a great save from Piglet. Keeping the score 0-0. Now Rydog got a bit of a breakaway. He's gonna get a great block. The solo play from Rydog over Smitty to put it behind the net. And a minute has passed, and Rydog getting the first goal of the game.
Rydog aging backwards a few hundred years to his wolf predator instincts there and just takes it by himself and scores.
And I have quite a bad memory, but if I remember correctly, the games that Timber's Army went up early are the games that they won. Let's just see if that remains true. Piglet taking across mid. It's going to go into the hands of Smitty. Shut down by Nelly. Yeah, in a dangerous spot. Putting a shot on target, gonna be shut down by Nelly. Now Piglet, no boost though. Not able to find the ball either.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point about the momentums. KC Cauldron really have only won the games that they've ran away with early.
Well, that's just...
We're gonna have to find a way.
Time will tell if that remains true, and a great shot from Smitty. Just dropping that down off the top post. The second goal they've scored like this, and it's so good to watch.
DZ just unsavable. You can't read that if you're Timber's Army. Such a good shot.
Beautiful placement, beautiful shot. You'd love to see it. Putting the ball up, Thorin. Up faster, but Nelly with a great read. Could he?
Oh, forces
He
it
does. Nelly with a great read here. I'm gonna say that was a calculated second touch. Put that ball right in his control and just manhandling it into the back of the net.
Yeah, Timber's Army coming out with the solo plays right now. They really want this game. They're playing at their peak performance, I'd have to say.
Huh? I'm sure every
Rydog's
team...
going up the ceiling. You know he's feeling it.
Absolutely. Rydog again.
The
Going to put that
passing
in.
plays.
Just a little bit out. Thorn with a beautiful touch. I have no idea how we got that. And Nelly not able to get the clearance. And Yef is going to shut that in.
Defensive blunder.
Yeah, Rydog getting stuck in the corner post. Piglet not able to make connection. It just seemed like Timber's Army fumbled a little bit there for that goal to happen. But only a tie game.
Yeah,
Still
tie game. We're about
plenty of
halfway
game to
through.
play. Oh, Smitty, that would have been nice to see that redirect.
Yeah, and something to point out that Chad is talking about is the implications on this game of playoffs. Whoever wins this game is going to be really in a good spot for playoffs. They'll be able to control their own destiny, really.
Yeah, it's a very important game for both teams. But with importance comes pressure. So we'll have to see, you know, we're able to talk to the teams after. I'd love to know, is the pressure a factor in how you're playing? What's going through your mind? Oh, Nelly not able to get that double tap.
You know what they say, pressure makes diamonds, and the closest we got in this lobby is gold, so I'd have to say Thorn Gold's going to be the one to step it up here, but we have seen Rye Dog also popping off. Maybe a diamond-crusted collar for Rye Dog if he wins this game.
Maybe. We'll have to talk to production to get that one done.
I'm sure it's in the budget.
We'll have to see if the team shift into a more aggressive playstyle. I think I would like to see more demos from both sides, but maybe I just like demos.
Yeah, it seems like we've fallen off from that a little bit at the beginning of the second half of the game. But we have a chance here for Timber's Army, and Nelly puts in the open net.
Great pressure here from Timber's Army. Piglet, great 50, puts it to a essentially open net for Nelly. He does not miss those. Timber's Army take the lead, 3-2. Only a minute left in the game.
Ooh.
Nelly not able to make connection on the ball. Piglet will be the savior though. Get that into a safe space.
Yeah, one thing to note there was the communications. Piglet called off Nelly there, and Nelly did back off, so they have the communications working in full force right now.
The comms are up. Smitty dribbles it in. Yeah, going to put this on to the back wall. Thorn going to be looking for him for a teammate, but a great bump by Rydog to get Smitty out of that shooting spot. Rydog able to eventually bring this to safety. He's going to be looking for an air dribble here. Going for the flip reset.
Big!
Oh, it doesn't quite get the flip reset, but still, almost got it. Now, Yef. Oh, just loses his flip there, not able to get it in time. We're looking to go down mid for Smitty.
Oh,
Smitty
no!
hits it the wrong way. This could be disaster.
The pressure!
8
It got
seconds
to
remaining in the
them.
game, and that could be it. Timber's Army could win. This could be the series.
2 goals, up 2 with 8 seconds left. Off of a really good look from a pass from Yep, but it was just over the head of Smitty. Smitty goes for it and accidentally flicks it into his own
Not
net.
like this. I mean, 6 seconds and the kickoff goal didn't happen. 3. It's over.
Gotta be.
It's over. Timber's Army take it.
Such an important match. Let's see if they can get some stat pad here. Wow.
Both teams just keeping it up in the air for as long as they can. But the decision has already been made. Timber's Army with a 3-2 victory over KC Cauldron. What a series. What a game.
Yeah, really, really entertaining game. So much happening. So many players just popping off. Piglet, it's such an honorable mention. Not on the score sheet, but he was just doing all of the dirty work for his team to keep control, get passing plays out. Huge shout out to Piglet popping off in the later stages of that match.
Absolutely. He really controlled the pace of the game, which is such a valuable role. But in other words, I might be the greatest predictor of all time.
Yeah, I think we have to get some sort of raise for you, maybe. I don't know if Maz can work on that, getting you a pay raise or at least some channel points payout. I don't know.
At least a good pat in the back, maybe a gold star, but I'm not sure if we're going to have any interviews. I would love to talk to a member of Timber's Army if possible. I'll have to check to see if that is a possibility.
Let's check with production here to see if they're going to have any interviews. I would also love to talk with some members of both teams.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bit of heartbreak on the side of KC. especially with how the series ended. But that's not to count out KC at all, or KC's gameplay. They were flashy, they were fun to watch, and they played their hearts out. Timber's Army, though, just able to get the victory.
Yep, and it looks like we are going to have at least one interview, and we are going to get our wish. Looks like at some point we will get to talk to the dog himself, Rydog, from Timber's Army. So cook up some good questions here.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my notepad. Where's my pen? I don't have either. All
All
right.
right, old fashioned. We're using our cell phone notes.
Like the good old days. Bro, we're older than iPhones. How does it make you feel?
Makes me feel like I'm maybe 3 years old again. Oh no, shit. We've aged.
Aged a bit. We just wait for Rydog to finish celebrating. I looked over to their booth and they're popping champagne right now.
My God, yeah.
It's everywhere. Hi Rydog, how are you doing?
Holy cow, my heart rate right now is off the freaking charts.
Us too, us too.
Well, I'll start us off with the questions. I have a really important one. We were talking about the implications of this game and the pressure. Were you aware of what this game meant for you guys, and did that pressure, was that pressure something you felt during the games?
Yeah, we definitely knew going in what the implications were, and at least for me, I don't know about the rest of my teammates, but definitely for me, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, especially after like game one, just coming out super stagnant and just like not knowing like what the rest of the series was gonna look like. But I think actually after that game one, like we had the momentum kind of towards the end of that game, and we're like, okay, we can play with these guys, like we're gonna be fine. We just gotta like put the pieces together like for the entire game. And of course, yeah, we did that in game two and bounced back. And like after getting that game two win, I felt like just a ton more confident that like we could actually pull this off. Like I always had the faith that we could do it, and you guys probably know from watching us just from like previous games and previous seasons, like we have what it takes. We just haven't shown it a lot this season. And so after that game two, I was like, okay, we can actually do this. Like we can put it together.
Yeah, absolutely. We could see that confidence growing in your team after, game one going down 5-0, but then coming back to score. It was either 2 or 3 unanswered goals. The momentum started to shift a little bit. So I wanted to ask, what is kind of the communications between your team when you go down that many goals? Because it did happen in game 1 and 3. So what kind of things do you change to be able to bounce back like you did in games 2 and 4?
Yeah, we were super passive to start. And so obviously you give KC space and they're going to take advantage of it fully, and they obviously did that. And so it was actually Nelly who said in comms, like, hey, let's chill. Like, we need to get the momentum back, like the damage control, like let's just be more aggressive. And like, obviously this game is chalked, so like, let's just like be super aggressive. And once we were just like not scared anymore, like it's almost like, okay, like whatever, we have nothing to lose at this point. And so I guess that just gave us like the mental boost in that game. And then of course, like we talked it over in between games, of just like, yeah, like that's just like the way we have to play. Like we can do that every single time. And of course, yeah, I think it was game 3, we ended up losing 2, but like we just all like regrouped in between games. Reese or Nelly messaged me and just was like, hey, I'm gonna play like more defense, like more third man. And I was like, okay, great, like you just need to tell me what to do since you're gonna be behind me most of the game. And that ended up working out super well. He's able to destroy a lot of the like boomer ball, or he was always ready for their like counter attacks that were coming. And that allowed Piglet and I just kind of free roam up front and do kind of the heavy lifting up there. So the comms were really good. And like I said, I'm going to give full credit to Nelly because he was the one that kind of spearheaded that whole thing.
Always great to have conversation in between the games, definitely. And the adjustment showed in the gameplay. And it worked, clearly. I think my final question for you here is, at what point in the final game are you guys like, wait, this is ours? Like we're actually about to do it. What was that like in the comms?
Yeah, so we it's like 3-2 for like the last minute or whatever, and I don't remember the exact play, but I was just like rotating back on defense, and I was like, okay guys, like watch the time, like don't be stupid in these last few minutes, like be really sure like when you go up for balls or go up for challenges, like that you're gonna win it or you're gonna like bump them or something, like don't put your other teammates in a cruddy spot. And yeah, Smitty had that unfortunate own goal. I thought he didn't have a lot of boost, and then of course the replay showed he had plenty of boost. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, that one went in, and we were kind of shocked. Like that wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't in the cards. And so there was 8 seconds left when that went in, and I told everybody, the first words out of my mouth weren't even like celebration or anything. It was, hey, 8 seconds. Like we got to play this cool. Like this kickoff can do anything, right? It's the most vulnerable part of the game, and just keep our heads and secure the boost and all that sort of stuff. And then it was funny because we're like playing around in that corner for like the last seconds of regulation, and I'm like, holy crap, I gotta kill this. Like for some reason I just totally forgot that own goal went in, and so time expired. I'm like, I have to kill this. Like we're up by 1, and then Nelly and Piglet were just starting to celebrate, and I'm like, why are you guys celebrating? The ball isn't down yet. And they're like, hey, we're up by 2. Like we're good. And I was like, oh yeah, right, duh, okay. And then as soon as that happened, I was like, let's go. Like the whole thing, like super animated and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of, I guess I'm an idiot for not
You were
knowing what the
locked
score
in.
is.
You were dialed, bro.
I was, and yeah, this is like the most passionate I've seen Piglet and Nelly be in our comms probably ever.
That's
And
awesome.
we played a ton of games together for SGL and some of the other leagues too. That was the most, like I said, the most passionate I've seen us three. And typically I like to consider myself a passionate person when it comes to like even like stuff like this, or like, you know, IRL, like the timbers and stuff like that too. And so it was nice to like see that from them too, and just be like, yeah, they want it as bad as I do, and I love that.
That's awesome. Shorts, do you have any further questions for Rydog?
Yeah, only one thing before we give you the floor is just looking forward to the remainder of your season. It looks like you all have a bye week next week, and then going into your final match, which is going to be against Los Verdes. How do you feel about that, and what it looks like for you in the table towards playoffs?
Yeah, we'll probably have to go through the scenarios, like, and I'm sure we'll do that. Somebody in SGL will do that. Somebody will do that. Of like what that means for the seeding and all that. As far as I'm aware, right now, we can still control our own destiny. I think if we beat Los Verdes, I think we're in, regardless of how KC does in the next few weeks. We might tie, but then it might come down to win percentage or something like that. But nonetheless, yeah, bye week next week. The guys are really excited about that, just to have a small break. But yeah, big game against Los Verdes, and I told them that we're gonna treat it just like this, this passionate and like this energy, and like this is meaningful, because I don't want it to come down to another series, especially with like, obviously MLS, we have like the decision day and like everything starts at the same time, and like that's obviously creates that chaos. But like we don't know if we're gonna play before KC or not in the week. So if we just take care of our business and, you know, beat Los Verdes, then we have nothing to worry about regardless of what their outcome is.
Yeah, being in the driver's seat is always the best feeling. So with that, we're going to close out our interview with you and want to leave the table open to you. Shout out anybody, final comments, whatever you want.
Yeah, shout out you guys for doing the triple header. That's fire. I wish I could have gotten in the booth on that, but I, as you guys saw, I had to get locked in. So, but shout out you guys for doing all that stuff. Appreciate it. And then all the other commentators too, that were popping in tonight. And then shout out my team. Like I said, the passion was freaking awesome, and I love them more than anything. So we'll keep it rolling. And then Casey's damn good. Like it's gonna be weird to not see them in the playoffs. If that happens, they're so freaking good. And like I said, like they played so well tonight, and I had to be super locked in. I was like probably 2 inches from my monitor the whole time. So GG's to them for sure. And yeah, hope you guys had a great stream, and I will talk to you guys later.
GG's. Thank you so much, Rydog.
Good night.
Well, we were gifted shorts with another 5-game match.
Yeah,
And-
is it us? I think it's us.
It might be us. I think we create the good matches. I'm kidding, of course. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Whoa,
I
hold up. I think we got a mechanical duck trying to join and quack a little bit with us.
Oh snap!
Yeah, looks like we have Mecky Ducky from the locals here to interview. Mecky Ducky, how are you?
Hello there.
Hey, it's going pretty damn well. How's it going?
We're buzzing.
So, we got some questions for you, Mecky. When do you go by Ducky?
Or Monkey.
Either one.
Monkey, I went with that because like Monkey Moon just shit on us, you know, in NA. And I was inspired by him, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with Monkey, but it didn't fit. I don't know. I changed it again, a little bit more formal this time. So
You'll always be Mecky in our hearts.
Well,
Bowler,
Mecky,
go ahead.
I'll start us off with the first question. My question to you is, are the locals aiming to finish in first place in the regular season? Or are you happy enough just to make the playoffs?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, obviously my teammates are ambitious too, but you know, personally, I want to win first place as well. And we've been in first place since like week 2, I want to say. So like, I'm gonna be kind of devastated if we don't win. You know, I don't want to pull an Arsenal, you know, and just lose in like the last 2-3 weeks. It'll be tough, but we're gonna have to pull some very tough upsets. You know, we got Rebellion and then Black Army, who I would say might be better. They might have the edge over us, but I mean, we upset ECRC earlier in the season as well, so I think we can definitely get that first place.
I hear those Rebel guys are pretty good.
Yeah, and I heard they also wanted to thank you for upsetting ECRC so that everybody has a chance at first place. But moving on from that for the remainder of the season, I wanted to ask about a little bit of insider information. Of course, you can gatekeep if you feel it's necessary. Wondering what you're looking at for who's going to show up in the roster for the remaining matches. Are you looking to keep this roster that kind of buzzed through a sweep tonight, or are you looking to maybe switch things up depending on the teams you're playing?
It's tough because Raid's availability this season has just been so poor, and like tonight, like, we really wanted to get him to play tonight, but then Los Verdes said, you know, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and Raid's only available in like very small 1-hour windows, and we just couldn't accommodate. And that's kind of been the story this season, and I feel for him because he's very busy. He's got a lot of, you know, he plays real soccer, so, and he's got a lot of that going on. But I think it's tough to change as well this squad we've had. You know, me, Doughboy, and Aquatic, because we are at first place right now. So like, you know, if it ain't broke, right, don't fix it. So yeah, that's where that's at right now.
So, I'll ask another question here. So I'm curious. So, you know, I know you said you're going for first place, but you are the first team to confirm yourselves in the playoffs. How do you feel about that?
I guess I wasn't really thinking about it because we've kind of been in playoff content. Like, we knew we were gonna qualify since like pretty early on, I would say. I mean, not to be like super cocky or anything, but like when you're in first for a while, it's like, okay, it's kind of a given at a certain point, right? So, but I mean, playoffs is a totally different beast too. You never know. Like, some teams can absolutely just catch form, and I mean, like, you just saw Timber's Army play very well, and so they could be scary in the playoffs as well. So yeah, that's a different beast. The season is what I was referring to when I say first place, but I mean, obviously we want to do well in playoffs as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there for sure.
Yeah, when you're playing confidently, you obviously have your eyes set for first place, and playoffs is going to be at the back of your head when you're aiming so high as that. Sorry to cut you off, Polar, but I just wanted to ask one last question. As you mentioned, your teammates and Dr. Aquatic scoring a lot of goals, kind of bringing into a really good form. What kind of role do you think Dr. Aquatic and your other teammates will play into as you improve towards the rest of the season and into playoffs to keep the success going?
I think, from my perspective, I've been wanting to get them way more involved in the attack, and like, if you look at like week 1, where there were so many opportunities, just generalizing from week 1, but there were so many opportunities where I would pass the ball and then I would see like Aquatic and Doughboy just like in our half, and I'm like, oh yeah, like we need to, like, I can't just 1v3, and like we need to have some like passing plays, team plays, be aggressive with the rotations, especially against some of the teams we don't want to give teams possession. It's better if we're on the front foot. So now you see like Aquatic and Doughboy up front, and they're making plays with themselves, and I'm playing third man a decent amount of the time as well. So yeah, that's what I wanted to see. And you can see like Aquatic, when you give him those opportunities, he's absolutely, like, he can be a lethal striker as well. So like, I'm very happy with how our team's progressed this season, and we're looking like a total package.
I did have one final question for you. Now, is that total package excited for or scared of any other teams that you might meet in the playoffs? I know there are no other teams solidified for the playoffs at this moment, but is there any teams that you're, either looking forward to playing or scared of?
Sorry, Doughboy, you're right. You had 8 assists tonight. Oh wait, damn. Oh shit. But I mean, it's a bit of both. Like, I'm scared to play like Rebellion, Black Army, because I've just seen them and they look really fucking good, but I'm also excited because it's a challenge for us, and we really like those big games, because we had a couple last season, especially against El Matador, and just we feel like we can step up to the play and really deliver for those games. So we got the confidence right now for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I can say that the Rebellion is scared and excited to play you as well. Should be a really good match, so we're looking forward to that. So everybody should tune into that in the coming week, as we hope to get that in a streaming slot. But to wrap up the interview, Meki, we'll leave the floor open to you to shout out anyone you want.
Well, I just want to say shout out to the team. It's been tough without having like an actual club, but I'm happy we're still in this league, and they'll have San Diego FC next season. I don't live in San Diego anymore, unfortunately, so I'll be removed from that. But you know, I'll still be. I might go to a game. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll keep you around for sure. So great games again. I hope you have a great night, Meki. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
Yeah. Good night.
Bye. All right, in shorts, we interview each other now, right? That's how it works? Kidding.
Yeah, I don't really want to hear your voice anymore, to be honest. So
That's fair. You and me both. But before we go, we have a few things to talk about. So the Locals and Rebellion confirm their spots to the playoffs thanks to their wins tonight. ECRC qualified due to Cauldron losing. And Black Army, El Matador, and Timbers Army control their destiny for the remaining playoff spots. Those three teams will be some of the most exciting games to watch moving forward.
yeah, and given that there's still a couple weeks left, some of that can change with those who have the ability to control their own playoff spot destiny. With the results in the coming week, obviously Timbers Army kind of having the leg up on that, where they have a bye week. They only need to win one of their games remaining.
And EC Blue can still make it if they sweep their last two matches and all of Steel Army, Cauldron, and Timbers Army lose. So there's still some possibilities, some more hopeful than others, but you never know what could happen in the Supporters Gaming League.
Yeah, Timbers Army with their win tonight, really putting themselves in a good spot. Like we said, control their own destiny, but even if they lose, they still have a chance to make the playoffs if EC Blue does not sweep their last two matches. What I'm seeing.
And my PayPal is open for anybody who wants me to make a prediction in their favor. I haven't been wrong yet.
Yeah, I can attest to that. And I am not getting a percentage of whatever Polar gets paid for his predictions.
All jokes aside, Timbers Army also need Cauldron and Steel Army to lose to solidify their spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's if they were to lose their match in week 11.
Right.
So, yeah, low chances for Timbers Army to be knocked out at this point if they can, take care of business in week 11. Yeah, it's fun to see how the leaderboard's starting to come together. Let's take a second to look towards the top a little bit more so we can see how that race for first and even second place comes into play, because second place does get a bye into playoffs, if I do recall. So currently we have the Locals in first place alone with 29 points at 7-1. Emerald City RC and the Rebellion on their tails in second, third. Emerald City RC is one game behind the Locals. The Locals have a game in hand. So with them being at 25 points, they have a chance to go up to 28. So the Locals do control their destiny in terms of solidifying that number one spot. But if they slip up, Emerald City RC does have a chance to leapfrog them.
Yeah, it's a close battle up at the top.
Oh yeah, and a correction to what I had just stated. ECRC can tie the Locals if they get 4 points in their match this week. My maths are not mathing at 12:15 p.m. So if ECRC sweeps and the Locals, then their head-to-head record will put the Locals in front still. So ECRC will need the Locals to slip up a bit.
And something now moving down to the bottom of the chart. Los Verdes is out of playoff contention as well as Emerald City.
Defiance.
Excuse me, Emerald City Defiance.
But yeah, I'm sure there will be plenty of talking in the general chat, so everybody head there in the Discord of SGL to put up your predictions, talk about how the leaderboards are playing out, talk about the matches that are playing out. We'll have a few more this week, so look out for those notifications for match announcements. I'm really happy to see where the league's going. It's very competitive. Very excited how this SGL position starts playing out. Excited to be a part of it.
It's so awesome to be here. This is one of the coolest things I've been able to be a part of. I absolutely love each week I get to be casting and or playing. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. The triple header. What a night of games. It's been awesome. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Make sure to follow if you don't follow the Twitch. Join our Discord. All of that great fun stuff. Shorts and I are going to close it out and wish you all a great night. Thank you to production. Thank you to the players.
Good night, y'all.